Yo,
What up? What up? What up? What up, Glinton Universe, Glinton World? Welcome to another episode of Jeremy's Dating Life. No, I'm kidding. Welcome to another episode. Oh, look at that. Just in time.
I was just gonna shit talk him too. Beat me to it.
You should still do it anyways.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Push it back 30 minutes and you still show up late.
Well, it doesn't change the amount of time that it takes to drive on the highway. I just
Kids these days, Joe.
Kids.
Kids these
I
days.
hear you, man.
Unreal.
Jeremy, did you knit that quilt? What is that?
What's up, Paisley Craig? What up? Megatron.
Who's Paisley Craig?
Late for the usual. This whole thing. This was a gift. My best friend's mom, when I
Your
got home
best
from
friend?
Iraq, knitted it for me. She literally made it for me and like presented it to me at this really cool thingamabob. And I said, you know what? For today's show, I'm gonna leave it up because I'm still riding the high from UFC 250, Freedom 250. And 4th of July is coming up. Why would I take it down now? You know what I'm saying? Even look at even the Born Primitive America shirt. I mean,
Are you sponsored by Born Primitive?
I wish. I'm gonna have to get in Bear's DMs and see if he wants to
Like a
sponsor a middle-aged chubby black guy. Crossfire, what's up, brother?
Can,
It's been a
can
while
I
since
say
you've
that?
been. Looks like NAMBLA convention scooped up Will.
What's that? He's trying to ask. He's trying to make me say it. What is?
You don't know what NAMBLA is?
No,
You never seen that series?
no.
You're in the army, you've never seen that?
What is that?
Generation Kill?
Is that a Marine movie?
That's a TV series on HBO.
Hmm.
They talk about it. It's a North American man-boy love association.
Okay.
Will's face.
Oh, that's right. It's on South Park too.
South
It was
Park.
like, cue it up, Emily. Cue it. Let's watch it tonight.
For sure.
No,
Dude,
it's,
what's up, bro?
8-part series.
Dude.
They're about an hour and 20 minutes long each.
I'm
but it's
so
good.
mad at myself. I'm trying to do the desert. Well, I don't know. I might not. I might puss out. But I'm doing the Desert City qualifier for
Okay.
the intermediate division. I need to go back and redeem myself this year. I mean, it wasn't bad last year. I was happy with how it went.
Where's
started
Desert
out-
City located at?
Arizona. It's a
Arizona.
sick comp. It's a really good comp. Ran really smoothly, fun workouts. But last year went and did it. I did the qualifier not knowing where I'd end up for the intermediate. And I like opened the first page and I like didn't see myself and I'm like, great. Like they took the top 30. I was like, why did I even do this? Like this is dumb. I'm not super fit right now. And then I kept scrolling and I'm like, man, what if I'm like they took the top 30. I'm like, what if I'm just on the cut line? And I scroll and I get to the bottom and I'm 31 out of 30. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm like, wow. Like, I was right
Wow.
there. But then I'm like, you know what? I move well. If they actually do a video review, I should make it in. Like, there's got to be at least one person here who just...
What are you in the intermediate individual female?
Yep.
Last
Female.
year I was the male. If you go look at the male qualifier. But this year I haven't signed up yet, but it's a closed leaderboard. So, which I really like. So it populates all at the end. But today I did the 4th workout. So go to the 4th workout.
Wow.
Yeah. So 3 rounds, 10 snatches. Go to the RX workout first.
Holy crap. That's a cool workout.
RX, and it's the 4th one. So I did it, but I thought the only difference was the ring to bar muscle ups. So intermediate just did bar, and I thought they stayed. I don't know why I didn't think to check the barbell weight. So I did this workout with 15 bar muscle ups at the end and 135 for the snatches still. And I finished it in 10:49, but the intermediate version is 10 snatches at 95 pounds.
Oh, shit.
Let's make sense of this, Will, because
Yeah.
you signed up for an intermediate competition qualifier.
Yeah.
2 problems I have here. One, you didn't offer a live stream option so that we can watch you do this live, and we can maybe laugh at you in Everyone laughed at my
because
fat
I just got to do throughput.
pull-ups.
It's just I don't have 2 camera setups, and then it's just
Oh, stop. And 2, you then went and did the wrong workout.
yeah.
Which would have
Will
been
have-
fucking stream. It would have been podcast gold if we fucking roasted you the whole time while you're doing it, and then found out it was the wrong workout.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
who
it
does
was
a who
actually
does a workout
harder.
in the wrong fucking order?
No, I did it in the right order. I did it in the right order, but
Joe.
oh, you're talking about yourself. But
Yeah.
I just didn't use the right weight. I used a heavier weight.
What's up, your mom?
I
Welcome.
went RX. I went RX and a half RX because I didn't do the intermediate version. But what I like about
CrossFit brings up a great question,
Go
Will.
ahead,
Does your Lord and Savior Taylor Self know what you've done? Doesn't Taylor buttfuck athletes for not knowing qualifier rules? You represent not only Will Plummer, you now represent
good thing I'm
sentimental
not gonna
training.
fucking post that, and the timer didn't start. So
I'm
I
texting him
started
right
it.
now.
I started it. Good. I'm sure he's watching right now.
Yeah.
So you were supposed to do the
I was supposed to do the
What's up, Olivia?
So-
Welcome.
workout I did. Now go to the intermediate. I did this workout, but instead of using 95 pounds for my barbell, I used 135 pounds.
I mean,
God,
you still
and I
you still beat
finished
the
it
time cap,
in
right?
You get penalized for
10:49.
that?
10:49.
I don't know what you get for
Penalized?
that. You get made fun of for that. That's what you get.
So,
So,
I'm gonna,
are we redoing, Will? Or what are we
yeah,
gonna
I'll
do?
redo it. I'll redo it. I'm gonna do it with.
It's
the
not a
proper
workout
weight.
that takes too much out of you. You can do that workout twice in a day.
No,
honestly.
it's just gonna be calves. It's just gonna be calves because then there's a box jump workout too. Look at the 26.5.
Your calves get blown up. My calf, that's like the only thing on me that doesn't.
If I do a lot of bounding, I feel it.
Hmm.
Like
Well, you're a big ass dude too. So
yeah,
probably-
like 200 pounds bounding. This one's not
Emphasis on
bad
the
though.
ass.
Only 15 box jump overs.
Will, you
Um,
dumb.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
but it's hang cleans.
she called you a sucker.
135.
The
Yeah.
Summit 4 working intervals with a 1 minute rest between 2, 2, 2, 3. Love this sequence. 15 box jump overs. What's the height? We're talking
A 20.
24 inches, 10 hang cleans. Any style? Are we talking hang squat cleans?
Hang cleans.
It's
Just
just
hang
hang
cleans.
cleans.
There's not
And
a lot
then
of
max-
squatting in this competition.
And that's at 135. And then max handstand push-ups complete.
Oh, so you're
complete
doing
at
it to
60.
complete 60.
Mm.
Yeah. So that
CrossFit says Rogue would have invalidated altogether. I agree with that. I like rigid rules that aren't ambiguous. Like
Yep.
if you got the weight wrong, it doesn't matter if it's
Yeah.
fucking higher or lower.
Yeah,
it needs
no.
to be fucking scrubbed.
yeah.
100%.
Sorry, Will.
But the RX Elite version of this, it's basically the same workout. I think it's heavier, hang cleans, but
And go
the
185?
the first 30 handstand push-ups are strict. So
Dang.
what's
Oh,
cool
shit.
about Desert City is they for the qualifier, it's very similar, but like normally I feel like an intermediate comp they'd have you do like, okay, we're gonna do like chest to bar instead of ring muscle ups,
Yeah,
or they'd
yeah,
have you do
yeah.
like a burpee pull up.
Stricter,
least-
faster though.
Huh?
For the efficient Adam, yeah.
If you have
Yeah,
shorter
dude.
arms, yeah.
If you did 4 strict in the quarterfinals this year, you're happy that there's
Who's that
60
Sentinel
push-ups.
athlete? That chick that could do them like fucking 1,000 a minute.
Who's that?
She's tiny,
Morgan?
but
Morgan?
thick and strong.
I think you might be
Portillo?
thinking of I don't know if Olivia Geisthard.
It's not Kerstetter.
No, you're thinking about
You're thinking of from
Jess
Mayhem
Androsic.
Chick. Yeah.
Androsic.
Androsic, yes.
Yeah, she is a Mayhem athlete. We'll give credit. where
Oh, I
credit's
thought she was
due
Sentinel.
there. No.
No.
Hey, same, dude, right?
Probably
Sentinel,
everyone's stealing our
Mayhem.
workouts. Everyone's
Right.
coaching them. Everyone's got a subscription. It's so cheap. Why wouldn't you? $30 a month.
It was overseas lady. Was that?
So
Yeah,
okay, so
Matt,
I
chick.
dude, let's
Drop
do a
it.
live stream. What's the plan? What days and times are you doing this?
Dude, maybe Friday.
Will,
I'll live stream one
William?
of these.
Don't dude us. Tell us.
These are good work.
Hey, dude.
I
I
agree.
think
Hey, dude.
I'm
Joseph,
not
I agree.
only am I
These workouts
doing
are
my own workouts for a quarterfinal, but I'm taking Emily through her first qualifier. And if you've ever done your first qualifier, you know how you're stressed out about it. You're trying to do it right, your strategies. So I'm helping hold her hand through it a little bit right now. So we got to do
why are we talking
hers.
about Emily? We're talking
Huh?
about you.
I
We're
know.
talking about you.
I know, but I got a lot of shit on my plate to do some fitnessing. We'll think about it. We'll think about some live streams. Why?
Jeez.
You want to watch me?
Obviously, I want to
Be
see
good
that
job.
ass move, baby.
You still have 5 days. Maybe I'll do these. But
There you
the
go,
shooting is,
Joe.
these are the same. This is the same weekend as Herd Fest.
Do them.
Oh, when is that, by the way?
Same weekend as this.
Typical
November
officer
second
problems.
weekend in
This is
November.
problem.
And they're both in person. I know Desert City's for sure in person. Herd's in person.
Yeah.
The final.
Desert City's sick.
Toy.
That's honestly, I hate doing qualifiers, but I had such a fun time last year actually competing at this competition. Like
Yeah.
even more so than like, I mean, when I did Wadapalooza, it was a scale division. So like some of it's like, okay, like we got like it was still fun, but like you're doing like GHDs to half. And it's like, this is silly. But like,
Speak for yourself, Olivia. She says we.
Sorry.
Oh, shit. Did you
My
pull
bad.
that up?
who pulled this
Typical
one up?
officer can't deal with his own problem. That's
Fuck,
about it.
I got all this shit going on, yet they delegate it all.
My life is so hard.
Yeah, everybody underneath them's got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you got someone doing the qualifier for you. Hey, you come over here. You look like me. Get over here. You're pretty.
I wish I had someone that just did the camera and did the tape and everything. I don't have that, dude.
Well, how much do you weigh right now, homie?
Probably like 218, maybe 215, 218.
Will, are you an O2?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're probably getting hazed by captains. They're like, write this SOP.
Yeah,
My
feel
unit
everything.
has a disproportionate amount of majors.
So you get all their work. You
You
get top down work from the majors and the captains.
I'm the battalion S1 or the incoming battalion S1.
I just feel like lieutenants are like the E3s.
So I get a lot of
Maybe
I get a lot of
E4s.
stuff, but I have a great
E4
team.
probably more
I have
accurate.
two really great E6s that are great helpers and mentors. Maybe not mentor. I don't think that relationship is a mentor. Can it be? Can you have an E6 as mentor or second?
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's probably the mentality
Yeah.
officers should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, then
your
they're
positions,
definitely
because it's like-
mentors, and like I only fucked one thing up this past week, and it wasn't that big of a deal. Like they went away, and I went into the system to approve something, and then they came back, and they're like, "This is jacked up. Like, why did who left the lieutenant do it?" And I was like, "I was just trying to help."
You freaking dork.
I think with that
But-
mentality, in turn, you're going to get a lot more respect from your higher enlisted, your NCOs and whatnot, and then that in turn is they're gonna police their shit better too.
I think
So-
the biggest thing that I try to do is take stuff off of their plate and handle the interactions with officers for them so that they don't have to deal with it and try to remove barriers to entry for them to do their work.
Fuck
And-
yeah, that's
and
good.
make
That's
sure-
what
and
I
make-
did when I made sergeant. I just
and-
wanted to relieve my fucking my platoon of all the fucking bullshit. Like use my
I'm
power
sure
to
you
punch up.
relieved some dudes there. Yeah. Mm.
And,
I relieved all the dudes.
and make sure that I can try and keep them out of pointless meetings as much as possible.
Hell yeah. I want to
And
bring
they
up a few
God,
comments.
Will, where were you when I was in?
Oh shit! What the hell? CrossFit. This is a really good point. I remember when intermediate and CrossFit competitions meant
Yeah.
0 muscle ups.
Dude,
Boy, does that speak to where we've come, huh?
I did
they open?
7.
As a
I opened up
CrossFit
with a set
community?
of 7. I was pretty
Yeah.
stoked with that.
That is badass, dude. That is
And-
really, and that was on the rings.
No, I wish it was on the rings. What they should have done for this workout, like I'm like, okay, cool. We still do muscle ups and intermediate, but I wish it was, hey, instead of 15 ring, it's 10 ring muscle ups. So scale the volume a little bit, but you still get rewarded for having the skill of ring muscle ups, because I think I'm disproportionately better at ring muscle ups than most people at my like fitness level per se. Like I might not be
and
like,
length level.
yeah, and length level.
Yeah.
Like I might be better.
What's the length? 8 inches?
That's crazy.
I mean, it is probably.
No, dude.
Let's just fully embrace it, guys. OG Olivia says, this is, I'm pretty sure I didn't read the whole thing, geared at you, Will. Try a remodel of a bathroom that costs $10K and they fucked up, and now mitigation is tearing it apart. And I have black mold, and then have to spend. Oh my god!
So it sounds like you're
$30K.
delegating a whole bunch of shit for people to fix your house. That's real tough. I'm sorry.
No, you got your first world problems, and she
That should be
actually
covered by
has
insurance.
problems.
That's a first world problem that you can remodel a bathroom for $10K and then drop 30 on it for black mold.
Why is it gotta be
Hey,
black?
CrossFat brings up a really good question. Why has it got to be black?
Yeah, just buy a new house for
Yeah,
40,000.
Dan got a
dude.
better
Sell
idea.
that.
Just buy a new house with no mold.
We were
That
doing
should
just
be-
fine, and
black
now we got to
mold
bring
should
color
be
in.
covered by
Sell whatever
insurance.
Lincoln log home you're in and get a new one. Next
She's been
question.
crying like you will.
Sorry, dude.
And she'll delegate
Hey,
that to
dude.
Will. She'll delegate that to her
What's up,
realtor to
Dan?
find her a home and to do all the paperwork for her. And
We're just gonna
delegate it to a
jam me.
bank
I'll
to do
go
the
right back at him,
financing.
dude. Hey,
Dude,
dude.
you just got blurry. Just so you know,
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
turned
Oh,
it
Dylan's
on.
putting his in.
pixelated mess, homie. Turn your router back on.
Can you find me?
I'll
a
move my
Zoom,
house.
please? Oh my god.
What's up, Emily? I saw her back there.
Yeah,
You got her
she's-
doing stuff for you. Look at that. Unbelievable. Classic officer. Joseph,
Dylan.
what was your fitness today? What'd you do?
Oh, fucking
Oh.
50 rounds, one wall walk, chest to bar pull up,
Oh,
but I did the rings and then a box jump.
you guys want to hear a story on that workout?
Isn't that the one you tried getting through for Taylor?
No, so yeah, it is, but it isn't. So we were talking about writing last week's deload week. And so like just for clarity's sake, I don't really I'm involved sometimes in the programming with Sentinel, but it's on days when if I have a Monday or a Friday off, I'll hit them up and be like, "Hey guys, if you're programming today, like I'll hop on." I just do a lot of the video review or help out. I have certain days for video review with the
It was
program.
terrible.
But like they are the drivers of the programming, and I'm just hanging out on the call looking at her sheet, and I'll add in my opinion. And Taylor was like, "Hey, I want to do." Last week we had Ellen the workout, so it was for the classic track. It's
Love it.
21 dumbbell snatch.
No, 21 kettlebell swings, 12
No,
pull-ups.
not
400.
Helen, not Helen. Ellen, like Ellen.
Oh,
DeGeneres.
Ellen, yeah,
Oh,
that's the newer
DeGeneres.
one. Yeah.
Drink 5 gallons of adrenochrome for time.
I think it's 21.
It's 3
And then
rounds.
burpees.
20 burpees, 21 alternating dumbbell snatches,
Yep.
12 dumbbell thrusters.
12
50 and
double
35.
dumbbell thrusters.
Yeah.
Dumbbell.
So you use one dumbbell for the snatch, do your 20
Yeah.
burpees, then you do 12 dumbbell thrusters.
A nasty one for sure.
Great
Works.
workout. But it was like, hey, I want another girl like benchmark workout. And we kind of talked about it.
I'm sorry.
And
That is the greatest comment I have ever seen in my life. That Crosshair says that workout is Elliot now for me.
Ellen, that's Ellen Page, right? The Juno chick.
The artist formerly known as Ellen Page.
Yep, that's the one.
and
Elliot.
I was like, oh, we should do, have you ever done margarita? And they're like, what is that? And I'm like, it's 50 rounds of 1 burpee, 1 push-up, 1 jumping jack, 1 sit-up, 1 handstand. So essentially it turns into like 1 fluid movement that you do 50 times.
Oh,
just a-
fuck.
Such an absurd.
I was thinking he was a death by at first.
No, 50 rounds.
It's almost
per
like
time,
worse,
straight
man.
through.
Death by it's
Yeah,
get real,
that's like
man.
doing the
And-
most complex burpee of all time.
For real,
It
dude.
basically is. It's like
It's a bear complex for burpees.
Pretty much.
the way
Yeah.
what it's
Yeah.
kind of like is it feels at first you're like it's silly and you're like haha okay cool a burpee like you're like oh I should just do two burpees, but if you think about it and you're like all right I'm gonna do a burpee, you're probably just gonna flop to the ground, chest will touch, you'll jump, stand tall. And then if you do an actual push-up you kind of do like a strict burpee, push up, everything rises at the same time.
Oh yeah.
You jump up, stand, you're going to have your hands at your side, you're going to do a jumping jack, you're going to come back down, and then you're going to basically squat down, do a sit up, but then you have to come up out of the sit up, so your hips are going to rise and you're going to arch and do like an atomic sit up to stand tall, and then kick right into this a handstand. So it's like it's like a lot of coordination, but it's a good way to get
that could build really good movement.
I love it. It's a fun workout. I've done it one as a partner, just trading rounds off back and forth, and then I did it in the hotel. Do you drink the beer then spit in it, or do you always have the same spit beer in your room? He probably
No,
just
I'm an
drinks the
adult.
beer.
I used to do that. Like I would have the same spitter for fucking a week. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but I'm
God.
yeah. No, it's horrible, dude. It's
Can't
nasty.
imagine
And
the
that was
smell
dip,
when you open
dude.
that
That was like
thing.
actual tobacco dip. This shit was fucking nasty. This is just nicotine. But yeah, it's a new. One
Yeah.
and done.
But
So,
anyway,
so you had a beer, and now it's empty. And you're
Yeah.
spitting. Just to clarify for
I
Olivia.
said, let's do the workout. Taylor was like, okay, let me go out to the barn. So he's like, I'm going to FaceTime you guys. Switches it to FaceTime, turns it on. He does a round and he's like,
Is he
don't
wearing
like
clothes?
He's like, I don't really like it, like for this. And then he's like, but I like the 50 rounds and maybe in the future we do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. But then the 50 rounds, it was like box jump. It was wall walk originally, box jump. And then he's like, what's the third thing? And he said strict chest to bar. And I go, what about an L pull up? And he's like, ooh, I like the L pull up.
50
then-
of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not
Oof.
consecutive. So it's a
Yeah.
cycle. You do one.
But
But
those
yeah,
are
so-
damaging.
For
It took-
intensity's sake, he switched it to the strict chest to bar.
It
So you
took
could
me
keep
almost-
a little bit better cadence.
It
And
took me
I
almost
liked it.
23 minutes to do it.
Woo.
Yeah.
Man.
But there was a few rounds where I got the momentum going.
Mm.
But on round 29 and 30, I was like, man, fuck this. I need to slow down.
Summer,
Fuck this. I've
Summer,
needed
I
to-
thought shirts were off for these. Well, 3 of us are taken.
They can be taken off. Would you
Oh,
like
Joseph's
that to
taken
happen?
too.
That's why I said 3 of us. I said me, you, and Joe.
Oh yeah, I forgot Joseph's taken. Sorry, Jeremy.
Welcome, Summer. Hey, stick around because you never know.
Jeremy,
At
why
any
you ask me
point-
how much I weighed, bro?
The nipple
Look at
tassels
there.
are
At
coming
any-
in, Summer. Don't
I
worry.
wanted to feel better about myself. See, there you go. Joseph started. At any point, all these shirts can come off. So just stick around. We're glad you're here.
No, I didn't do any soda bar
No,
today.
Megan, we did not fail you at all. All right. Oh, Mama Jody's here. Hi, Jody.
Oh,
Always
shit. Maybe
good
I
to
should
see
put my
you.
Oh,
shirt
I
back
like
on.
this one.
Clearly, Olivia is talking to me. Thank you. You're a real man. I appreciate
Jody's
that,
like the
Olivia.
godmother of the Sevon sphere.
Jody, yeah,
The
100%.
gross one I did a few months ago was 3 rounds, 25 strict handstand push-ups, 25 L sit pull-ups.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a stinker of a workout.
Hey,
the workout they
75
use-
L sit pull-ups.
The workout they
Straight
use
handstand?
in your L1 manual to talk about scaling,
What's the hero workout with
it's
L
like
pull-ups in it?
I don't know, but there's a workout and like if you look at your L1 manual and you read, it's like 20-minute AMRAP, 5 clean and jerks at like 225 or maybe it's 185. I don't know. It's freaking heavy.
Yeah.
400-meter run and like 15 L pull-ups, and it's like, okay, how do you scale this workout for the class? And it's like, man, I wish we actually programmed like gymnastics like that more often than we do, because it's the harder stuff and there's so many different things that you can do to where it'll push people to do something harder than just, okay, a strict pull-up, a kipping pull-up, toe to bar muscle up, ring muscle up, handstand walk. Like there's so many other things that we can do in the gym that we just completely avoid.
That's why you gotta love Sentinel, man, because you're gonna do those things. Hell, you're doing cartwheels, and did you say that you're doing cartwheels on your rest day like that? That's CrossFit. You know, yeah, CrossFit's thrusters and pull-ups and all the things, but man, that stuff just gets monotonous after a while. It gets repetitive. You got to mix it up, and you got to put those things in there that you just don't see often. This was looking for a hero workout I did a couple years ago that had L pull-ups, and it's Forrest. 3 rounds, 20 L pull-ups, 30 toe to bar. That combination is just Badusi right there, and then 40 burpees. That's
Imagine
a
if Will
nasty.
put this much thought into his Desert City Classic workout.
Hey, I just wanted to do it like, you know how people they like preload with a heavier bar and then they do it with a lighter weight, or you do 30-pound wall balls and then when the workout has 20. That's what I was doing. I just wanted to do a dry run and see how it would feel doing singles.
Do you guys all have your L1?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn,
I
I
do.
need to do that.
I got my
Embarrassing.
L10, actually.
So embarrassing, dude. I was like 21 and I was in Whole Foods and I saw this dude, this fucking jacked dude walking around covered in tattoos. It's like, that dude looks familiar. And so I was like, that's Matt Chan.
Is that when
And
you
so I
met me?
kind of stalked him around the fucking grocery store for a minute to make sure it was him before I approached him. And I was like, and he was with Sherry and his wife, and I was like, dude, are you Matt Chan? And he was like, yeah. He was like super friendly and shit. I had a case of beer while I was like stalking him, and I went and put it back because I didn't want to meet him while I was carrying a case of beer. And I went and got 2 Killcliff instead.
Oh my god,
And then-
I'm legit, bro. Check this
And
out.
then he said, hey, I'm doing an L1 here. Are you attending it? And I was like, no, I can't afford it. And he was like, don't worry about that. Just come in. And I fucking didn't.
You
He would have come to an L1.
Right
you
now,
probably drank
dude.
too many beers that
Fuck,
night.
you should have showed up with your 12-pack.
I couldn't-
dude.
I felt weirdly just like, I can't do that to him, even though he was obviously offering it as a generosity, you know, like totally. But
Dude, he
just
sucks,
in
dude.
hindsight, it was just like, yeah, I totally fucking botched that.
They probably, when you host level ones, the affiliate gets like 1 or 2 like to give out because
Yeah,
you're
that's
hosting
true.
it for the weekend. So
50
I wonder if
burpees, pal.
maybe it was
50
his affiliate and
burpees.
he's just like, man, I'm gonna
Where
bless
was
this.
this?
He was there. He was there. I think he lives in Utah, and this is New Mexico at the time.
Okay.
And so he was there, like giving a fucking L1 seminar.
Wait, did Burn
at
just
a
call me
local-
cheap?
Please don't.
Did he just call me cheap?
Who?
Wait.
Bernie Gannon?
Super chat, your shirt
Burn
off
says,
request.
welcome, brother. Super chat. Your shirt off requests. Joseph was for free because he's cheap. But the higher tiers will cost money. If the price is right, Jeremy will also go pants off. And for a little bit more money, I'll show you a little bit of something.
He called me
You know what I'm
bottom
saying?
shelf. I'm offended.
Have you guys?
Well, you can
Get your-
reach the bottom
Have
shelf
you guys
pretty
seen
well.
like the Kermit?
Oh.
Get your
I think I might have
donations
talked
in
about
now.
this before. The Kermit
your
the Frog when
donations
he
in
has
now,
the
some
cucumber.
Clothes
Like
will
there's
come
like
off.
someone on Omegle and it's Kermit the Frog and then Kermit like
Oh,
he
so
like
funny.
flashes the cucumber.
and the girl is like, she's like, oh, hi, Kermit. And then he's just like, he holds a cucumber up. She's like, no.
Well,
He's like, "What do you think about
hilarious,
that?"
dude.
I don't know why it's so
Dill, what's your
It's so
beer of
bad.
choice?
Uh,
One beer for the rest of your life.
Sure, that's fair. I'll take that.
I don't care that much. I don't. Yeah.
One beer for the
Mick
rest,
Ultra.
and it better not be Michelob
I
Ultra.
knew it was gonna be a
Mick
Mick Ultra.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Well, it's
If I
Pride
had
Month, so
Was that
Like,
Michelob Ultra?
Yeah. But
You are
I love
take the man compliment back, Olivia.
I love craft beer. Like I love IPAs and bourbon and shit. But like
Michelob.
I don't care. Like I just
Dan Bailey
know.
over here.
I really start drinking on these podcasts just to go, like to loosen up.
Joseph or no, Jeremy, do you like Spotted Cow?
I love Spotted Cow.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, that's
You-
that's
we-
probably
you
the
ha-
best beer.
Just chat, just so you know, Will had his fair share of Spotted Cows recently while visiting Wisconsin.
I did have some Spotted
And
Cow.
you want to know how we know?
does that mean you
Donate.
went trolling?
Are you
Donate
gonna
and we'll
pull up
tell you how we know.
screenshots? You're gonna pull up
Does that mean you
screenshots?
went trolling for fat chicks?
Oh my
You went
There's
cow
plenty
picking?
of them. There's
You went
plenty
cow
of them
picking?
here.
Spotted
No.
cows? Is that what you call them?
No, dude.
Spotted
Spotted
Cows,
Cow
man.
is a type of beer.
Oh,
It's
that's
from
right,
New-
Joseph.
It's from New.
Many
pull
people
up-
don't
pull
know
up-
this.
Joseph, can you search New Glarus Brewery? We'll give some love.
GLARUS.
They only. This is how much pride they have in their product. It's a Wisconsin-made brewery,
It's
and
made
they
with
on-
milk.
They only sell the beer in Wisconsin.
And cheese.
You
Yep.
cannot buy it in any other state. You have to go to the source and you show up and it is top tier. It's good stuff.
It's
They have a lot of
so
other good ones
good.
too. They don't export it. Yeah. Having trouble connecting. I'm fine. CrossFat
Click
One
our beers.
has probably had a lot of a lot of spotted cows at the games. Maybe after the games, after competing.
Mm-hmm.
That's his
Mad
his
Town,
drink
baby.
of choice.
I had a few spotted cows with CrossFat in Madison a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He's a good
Really?
dude.
You know who he is?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
What? I didn't
What?
know we knew this.
Jeremy's making it up, dude.
You guys are so gullible. That was
He
cute.
doesn't actually.
That was
know. I knew you
adorable.
were bullshitting.
I was so
I
excited.
love it. I
Dylan's
love
like,
it.
wait, we're gonna air him out, right? now?"
CrossFat probably just had a heart attack. Like, what the fuck? He does know me. Summer Vine. Real question. How do y'all get to the place that you are fine working out by yourself? I'm signed up, for Sentinel, but have not committed for this reason. Half the appeal is suffering with others. Ooh. Will, you want to go first? Or actually, do you mostly train alone? I guess this would be a good question. Let me bring that back up. This would be a good question for those that train alone. Joseph, you look like you kind of train alone. I mean, there's other people there.
It's
but
like
you're not.
No, I train by myself. I train alone.
So, Joseph, how do you bring yourself? I'm skipping you, Will. Joseph, how do you bring yourself to work out alone?
Most of the workouts is just to see if I can get them done. Where I see the weights and say, okay, well, let me try this weight. So it's
Mhm.
more of an inner competition, I guess you can say, just to see how.
Have you always worked out alone? Is it a newer thing? Is it something you're just like, well, I
I've
get up
never,
at 2 in
I've
the
never
mornings.
been a part of an affiliate, so I mean, if I'm traveling and there's affiliates, I'll do drop-ins and work out in a class.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I'm working out by myself most of the time.
Will?
Yeah, I started out working out alone. I mean, I did like a strength conditioning thing through my club lacrosse program I played for, but it was essentially me and two other people. But I was the one consistently showing up. So like I would do even those sessions alone with just the coach. But then after that, I was working out at a Snap Fitness and you're kind of by yourself. Like there'd be like, there
Doing
was like
CrossFit at a Snap?
like pseudo, like I kind of like started doing it a little bit. The first
That's tough.
the first CrossFit workout I did, I saw the open workout. I think it's 20.1 or no, 19.1 wall balls and rowing. Wasn't that? And I was like, oh, I could do this. Like, I know what the CrossFit games are. Like, I could probably smash 19.1. And I
Famous
like did
last
it.
words.
And then I saw people's scores and I'm sure I wasn't squatting below parallel. But it was in a Snap Fitness and I did it. I was like, wow, this is cool. Didn't know how to row properly. But then I kind of fell in love with CrossFit in a Snap Fitness, then doing it in my mom's garage by myself. I got my level 1 before I was ever a member of a CrossFit gym. And then started coaching at a non-affiliated one. And I do really like working out in class. Like if there's a good workout, I'm going to do it. Or if it just works out schedule wise, I'll do it. But I will do, I'd probably say like 70% of my training is alone just because of schedule wise. And like in the summer when I'm on the road, like there's not people in the hotel or there's not people in my hotel room doing 7 minutes of burpees, or I did the Kill Taylor workout, which is burpees to target, jumping and touching the ceiling. I've gotten noise complaints on the road. I was doing box step ups over the ottoman that I had. And this older Asian gentleman came up and started pounding on my door, and he goes, and I was like finishing. It was 3 rounds of like 100 sit-ups, 100 step overs, and I'm like, awesome, I can bring my ab mat and do this workout in the hotel. And I was doing it. He comes up and he starts knocking, and I had like 50 left, and I like open it. I'm like, what? And he goes, you jumping? I know you jumping. I'm like, no, I'm not jumping. Close the door. But it was so funny. He was
That's funny.
happy.
Yeah, mine is scheduled as well. With 3 little ones and full-time job. Now summer vacation, not Summer Vine being here, but summer vacation being here. it's like I got to get it in when I can. So, for example, today, grateful for the job I have because I have a testing arena. I have my office and right across the parking lot testing arena, and I can go over there with a jump rope and do 4 rounds of 100 double unders and 25 burpees. Just get it
Perfect.
done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to get it in, got to
Yeah.
get it done. But then let's take yesterday, for example. I had time. I'm like, oh, I can make it over to the gym, right?
Yeah.
So to Will's point, it feels awesome to jump into the class. What do? We did a 10-minute EMOM, 1 snatch grip deadlift, 1 power snatch, 1 overhead squat. Now I haven't snatched heavy in a very, very long time. I mean, a very fucking long time. Like my fitness isn't. I'm not there yet right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll read
Yeah,
that.
he does CrossFit.
But I worked up to like 195. It wasn't the prettiest snatch sequence, but I was, it felt great. And that's because all the people around me. And then the workout was 10 rounds of 16 air squats, 8 total bar, 4 power snatch at 135. It's just monotonous, whatever. But just being with all those people felt really cool. So Summer, in summation and conclusion, Sentinel is the best training program you're going to find out there, in my humble opinion. This is someone who has done everything all the way back to Northern California CrossFit Lab with Miranda, now Alcaraz, old droid at that time, and Jason Kalipa. I've done that. I've done all the programs you can think of. I think Sentinel is the best. The problem that you're running into, that you might run into, Olivia, or Summer, sorry, is you want to be in a class, I'm guessing, right? I get that. I think everybody here gets that. If your goals change and you want to maybe compete or just do the best programming out there, you might have to do it alone, unless you can convince some people at the gym to do it with you off peak hours, if you even have that. So it's pretty complicated.
Look at the leaderboard. I mean, people post their scores.
People
If you're
do post
looking
their
for
scores.
if you're looking for something to push for, you know, you can find, you probably already have a friend or two that might be doing it, or find someone that, you know, if you do a couple and you see someone that's closer, 5 spots ahead of you, try to chase them down. Pick a couple names on there that you're like, hey, I know these people are around my fitness level, or a couple above, and push for that. The biggest thing is like building the habit of doing it consistently, and being all right with scaling it to something that's going to fit you. For a long time, I tried to follow Compete, and I had to scale everything and try to do everything. And you get down on yourself when you don't do all the pieces, or you can't do it as written. But for me, just doing classic, I've gotten so much fitter, and we touch such a variety of movements, and there's still structured strength work in there, but you're going to get across the course of a year and then multiple years, you're going to completely just transform yourself as an athlete. Can you still get
100%.
good results from subpar programming?
What a great question, because it was, we'll probably know this. Maybe it was Hobart who said some years ago, was it Hobart, that even CrossFit done, maybe it was Glassman, even CrossFit done incorrectly or whatever is still more effective than any other program out there. So yes, a subpar program, and I was going to name one right now, but I don't want to rag on someone else's programming. But let's say you not doing Sentinel, you're not doing proven. Go ahead.
You could go to you could drop into 10 different affiliates, and if the person just opened the affiliate and they have no idea how to program, but they're hammering the 9 foundational movements, and they're looking at and breaking down your squat, and they're teaching you how to deadlift properly and actually pull your knees back, and they set your hips a little bit higher than where they would be if it was a clean deadlift, and they look at mechanics. I think that's the biggest thing, is building your movement mechanics. The having better programming is just going to help make that a little bit more efficiently, and you're not going to run into redundancies where you're squatting 5 times in a week, or you're pressing overhead 5 times in a week. And they look at it,
or it's just mundane stuff that has no flow or reasoning behind it. Yeah. So yeah, you can do a subpar program.
The flow and reasoning, I think, would be more akin to the subpar because you're gonna like overexhaust certain components of certain movements, and you're gonna crush your CNS, and you're not gonna have good recovery or good balance in different sort of types of stimulus, right?
Correct.
That might
It's
that
not
might
even
better
subpar.
like define a subpar programming, right? Where it's
I think
just
it's just
general
lazy
fucking-
because the
Lazy.
program
Yeah.
we were following before. After a while, I realized that we're doing the same shit, same
Yeah.
workouts, just different
Rinse and
weights,
repeat.
different reps, and what the fuck is this?
Might as
Yeah.
well use ChatGPT at that point. Which,
Yeah, if you've done a
crazy
thruster-
enough, people do. Like that's you could pay hundreds of dollars. I've heard of people paying hundreds of dollars only to come to find out that the person doing the programming was using ChatGPT.
Yeah, I think you
That's
can use
Bonkers.
so like if you're a programmer, and you're using AI, I think you're dumb not to even. Well, I don't think you're dumb, but I think if it's just yourself and you're writing a program and you don't have and you're in a glass box and you had no one else helping you, I think using AI, you can use AI smartly. So take for example, for work, one of the things I do.
Will's
with
gonna get
it
fired. Taylor's gonna
is-
hear that and be like, "You're
No.
fired."
I don't use it with Sentinel.
I know. I'm teasing.
But
I'm
like if you had 2 weeks of workouts written and you're trying to write this next week, put those 2 weeks in and say, hey, analyze it and break it down by movement patterns
Yep.
and give me the total. So then you don't have to try to like, you don't have to do the sit and tallying it up.
Yeah.
It'll do that little minute shit for you, and you can see it in a one sheeter of how many times you've squatted, what squatting variations you've done.
Mhm.
And you could do that for however big of a scale you want, whether it's a month of programming, a week of programming. If it's a week and you've written 4 of the workouts and you don't know what the 5th one is, put 4 in and say, hey, what should the 5th be? And you're
And
probably
that's
going to
what-
have to check it.
Yeah.
And
That's what
modify it.
CrossFit's doing, basically. It sounds like.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another thing that I like with I've used ChatGPT as a proofreader. Yeah, that's perfect too. I mean, in real life, like emails and shit that I send, I'm like, all right, I type like a 16-year-old, so let me have ChatGPT clean it up. But I in fitness programming for my clients, the one place that I will use ChatGPT for ideas, and I think Will, you're definitely onto something, but warm-ups. So I will go to ChatGPT. I'll be like, this is what I have laid out for the day. What would be good warm-up? Like I know good warm-ups, you know what I mean? But sometimes I'm like, hey, maybe my warm-ups are getting monotonous. Maybe I can mix up my warm-ups for real. Like I'm not even kidding. And it'll come back with some ideas that make sense and some that don't. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So like to warm up the squats today, we're gonna do fill in the blank. But I mean, there's literally people that from Monday to Saturday are using ChatGPT to program the total. That's crazy. I wanted to go back a little bit in the comments. Jeremy, Dan, what's up, brother? Did you see Dustin Poirier got arrested? Not only did I see it, but me and Dylan had a phone call and he cried the entire time because that's his boy. But we'll talk about that in a second. I don't want to get too. I got a bunch of topics.
Yeah, let's go to a topic here. Let's
Hold on,
get
hold
some
on.
of these that you brought done.
There was a
private chat.
yeah, Summer, if you're adhering to something and following a progression, I think you guys read that already. Burn. Jeremy is the reason attorneys sometimes ask witnesses on the stand for simple one-word answers. Yes or no is greater than Moby Dick. Shut up, Burn. Hey, so I went. Speaking of Chat GPT, I went on the old Chat GPT and I said, hey, give me some topics that would be cool for a podcast, right? With 4 sausages. And there were 10 really like serious ones. Iran, U.S. ceasefire deal, Ukraine-Russia war. I'm like, that's
No,
still going on.
don't
The
wanna talk.
economy. And I'm like, okay, those are all
Don't
cool.
care.
And right, maybe if you guys want to brush up on those. But then it gave me, I said, give me hot topics, man. Give me some shit that we can just like maybe even quick fire through. All right. So let's start with one.
Do you
And,
know the reflecting pool is turning green?
What's that? Yeah, the green pool.
I still don't understand that. Why is that such a fucking issue? I am so confused on that.
Jeremy,
So
what's
from
your
what I
topic?
saw, it was cleaned, and then someone messed with it, right? And now it's dirty,
They
and they're
didn't
trying to
mess with it.
re-clean it.
It just it's turned into a big political fulcrum of like, this is how trash Trump is because the pool's dirty. And it's just like, I don't know what the fuck that has to do with politics at all. And that's just my outside perspective. I haven't looked into it at all.
Exactly.
I just don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's insane. I don't know. Maybe we'll dive into that in a second. But here's the first possible hot take fast topic. You guys ready? Drum roll. We need sound effects. Colleen, sound effects. Is tipping
Sound effects of a drum roll while you bounce your titties.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, all right. We got sound effects.
A gong?
Speaking of titties, all right, there they are. There's my octopus. Yes, that was perfect, dude.
Are you cupping, Jeremy? Is that what that is?
Dude, I just have.
those are
Can you
hickeys,
tell us
man.
what the topic is?
Oh yeah, I am coming.
Jeez.
Is tipping culture out of control? First hot topic. Who wants to start?
Tipping
Is
culture?
Tipping culture.
At a gay bar, or what are we talking here?
Yeah, someone you go to
No.
all the time. I'm gonna interpret this on both spectrums. Is it out of control? People tip too much. Is it out of control? People don't tip enough.
I think
Hot fire
there's. I
topic.
think. Don't you think the topic is how many people are now requesting tips in a field that traditionally doesn't request tips? I think that's what it's referring to. Is it not? Because nowadays
no-
everybody,
Yeah,
every
I can see
POS
that.
system, they're going to turn it to you no matter where you're at. Fuck, we're going to be at Target one day and they're going to turn the fucker to you and be like, "How much you want to tip us?"
Ooh, damn.
You know.
Yeah. Ooh. When I think tipping, I think of Home Alone 2, Rob Schneider's character when he takes Macaulay
gives him
Culkin
the
to his
gum?
room
Yeah.
and he's like
Bellboy.
this, and he gives him gum.
Yeah, the bellboy. Yeah.
Woo. Okay, so are we thinking too many people right now are thinking, tip me, I deserve a tip, give me some tips? Is that where you're going, Dill?
No, I'm not saying people are thinking that. I'm saying companies are starting to implement. You know, you tip at a coffee shop. You tip where you're getting served.
Pizza.
But now it's becoming like, hey, I sold you a product. That's all I did. Will you tip me? Becomes a part of the POS system, the point of sale system. Where traditionally we just never have tipped ever. Like, why would I tip you? You didn't do anything. You just sold me a product.
Do you tip
Like,
someone
you
that
know.
cracks your beer at a sporting event?
Say what?
Like, say you're at a stadium and you go up and you order your Michelob Ultra, and all they do is reach into the freezer, grab it, and crack it for you because they have to crack it when they hand it to you.
Yeah.
Do you tip them?
So I would say,
Yeah, they would have a tip jar. I'd probably tip just because that's still kind of like a service, right?
Right.
I get your point though. You're
You
kind
you
of
an
just
over-tipper?
spent, you just
I'm an
spent
over-tipper.
$42 on your
$40 on two
Ultras.
beers.
Bro, I am an over tipper. I got yelled at by my ex all the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know something about, and not everybody, but like if I'm at a restaurant, you have to do a decent job, and I'm like, all right, I'm adding 30%. Like I don't know what it is, dude. What's
Dastro
up,
Cave. I hate how
Dastro
hot
Cave.
Jeremy is. WT.
Good. Hey, is that the Cave Dastro? They just reworded it, restructured it. If so, welcome. If not, welcome. You know, one of the funniest places where it's like tip, like they might as well reach in your wallet and grab your money, is restaurants when you go to the bathroom and there's homeboy there with the towel and he's just all up in your shit.
No.
And you're trying so hard
No.
to be like, dude, I got it, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But like he basically like washes your hands for you, and like I hate that so
That's
much.
still kind of traditional though. That's been around for a long time. Bathroom attendant.
It has.
You know, like you tip the guy who cuts your hair because you're like, you know, you did a good job. I don't want you to fuck my shit up. but Jeremy, it
you're
would be
behind as hell, dude. Catch up.
It would be like you sold a company, like somebody wanting to start a VR company. You sold them your equipment, and then when they signed the contract, you turn the fucking screen around and you're like 5, 10, or 20%. You know, like that's where it's getting to, and that's the issue of tipping. It's not about how much you tip or when you tip. It's like now everyone's implemented a tip.
So it's getting so Dill Holes, it's getting out of control. You're leaning more that way. It's getting a little out of control.
Yeah,
Trending in that direction.
I'd probably say so. And I'm weak, so I tip every time a tip.
And I'm weak. Burn, tipping has become an expectation now, or even for takeout. Excuse me. Some restaurants even add 15 to 20% automatically to the bill. It is ridiculous. I do agree that is ridiculous. Like, let me or you or Will or anybody out of the kindness of their heart tip. Don't be like, hey, it's an expectation. Like, you have to do it. It's like, no, dude, don't add it to my bill. If I want to tip you, I'll tip you.
And to set there was a precedent set, and it's because when you were in that being served type of environment, you're at a restaurant and the servers are making $4 an hour because they worked off of tips basically. And so that was like a whole company mechanism to where they were able to pay servers $20 or $4 an hour so that they could get the tips and keep that for themselves. I'm not saying that's right or whatever. That's just how it's always traditionally been. And that's why you tip your servers, right? So whereas like that doesn't exist. I'm paying full price for just a basic product I'm about to buy. And now I'm expected to tip.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Seema, what's up, girl? Two things. Seema, I want to ask, what the hell happened to Iran the other day? They couldn't score a goal to save their lives, even when Belgium had 10
They're
players.
in the middle of some shit.
What the that was horrible. Also, she says, inflation makes me not want to tip. Let's adopt the European way. So then follow-up question, what is the European way?
There's no tips. They don't do tips. It's I think like everywhere but America like just does not do tips, but their wait staff gets paid.
They just pay more?
Yeah, they get paid more.
Okay.
So
that makes sense. Okay. All right. I still need an explanation on what happened to your shitty ass soccer
He'll
team.
look for another excuse to pull a comment up.
I am actually. I got lost in that. All right. So tipping culture getting a little out of control. You guys ready for the next one?
Yep. Shoot.
I hate this question. Should college athletes be paid more?
Well, we solved that already, didn't we?
No, we fixed that. NIL fixed it.
Yeah.
Explain.
They can market their own worth. They can get sponsorships. They get paid now.
Yeah. Sorry, we're all over the place. Offsides. That was a horrible call. Horrible call. That should have been. There was an offsides in their match, and it was pathetic. It was.
I don't watch Grass Fairies.
They got the goal taken away. That was ridiculous. NIL.
I think the question is, has NIL ruined college sports?
What is NIL, Will?
Money for name, image, and likeness. So if we would have had an NIL, well, I guess I was I was still playing college sports, but no one would give NIL deals for Division II college lacrosse players.
Bullshit, man.
Damn, you played lacrosse? That's hardcore.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. I didn't really
lacrosse
play.
Is the fucking unsung heroes of the violent sports.
I sat on the bench, but someone's got to.
Someone's got to do it, Will.
Someone's got to do it.
So do we think they started getting paid, right. But this question seems to be like, are they getting paid enough? Should they be getting paid more than whatever the hell they're getting paid? Which I don't know how much they're getting paid. I've heard some numbers. I've heard rumors of like, wow, you wouldn't believe how much they're getting paid. But like, are they getting paid enough? Should we be paying them more? Maybe call me old school, still don't think they should be getting paid. But I understand why they're getting paid. But I don't, you're in college. You're already there for free to play a game that children play with a decent chance, if you're really good, to move on further. So let's take basketball, whether that is NBA or overseas. You still have a decent chance. You wouldn't believe how many people, I think even JR was talking about, his dad went and played overseas years and years ago. Like, we're gonna pay you a whole bunch more money.
There's money in the
look at Burn. When Burn agrees with me, I know I'm right about something, and I'm not right often. But college athletes should not be
socialist.
Paid.
You're a socialist.
Better to eliminate college sports.
You're a socialist because then guess who gets it? The administrators, the coaches, the
I love
universities,
him.
the people
I
that
love
doing the
Bart.
work should be getting paid.
That
And-
are
and
already
if people are
robbing
willing-
you.
They are
dry.
getting paid already, Will.
If-
They're
shut
for
up!
free.
Shut up! No, they're not. If businesses are willing to pay them more money
Mhm.
and they're getting their tuition paid for it, they should be able to get paid.
Yep.
Because
I would expect it.
The university already makes
say that.
millions of dollars off of their name and
Dude.
likeness.
So
gonna
what?
piss
They're
me off.
kids.
What do you mean? So
They're-
what?
they're going
kids?
there
You
for
know,
free.
That starts them off from being out of debt from it being in college, and then promotes.
They're not going to be in debt whether they get paid or not. They're not paying to
this
be
is
there.
what you default to. You either believe this or you don't. It's binary. The freer the market,
I'm
the freer the
non-binary.
people. Do you believe that?
hmm
Okay. So then college athletes should be able to get paid.
Yeah, except it perverts the purpose of college.
What
like
is
our
the
main
purpose
man
of what is the
Burns
purpose
said.
of college athletics
Learn,
at the highest
grow,
level?
make something of yourself. These guys are
They're
train,
all
train,
marketing
football,
majors.
basketball, and then they didn't learn a damn thing because everyone was doing the work for them.
What if they learned how to make a business off themselves?
How many of them
Well, how many are
actually
doing that?
do that?
Dude, a ton of them are. That's the whole
Oh,
thing. is they're
really?
all
You got the
getting
data?
paid bank.
Pull it up, Will.
Dude,
Show me.
every big D1 football school, they're getting paid money. They're walking away with enough to where they're probably making, I don't know, ballpark, like if you're on a team, you're making 50 to 70K. And then the big ones make a lot. Fewer than 2% go pro. Exactly. So for the 4 years that they can make money, who's to say they shouldn't?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
they don't
and
go
not to
pro
mention
in
it's-
our leagues, but they go overseas and they play in other things and they get coaching opportunities. And they trust me, these guys, they have plenty of opportunities. Paying them before they even. I
It
don't
ain't
know,
coming out
man.
of your money. It's not coming out of the
Will.
university.
Yeah, it's coming from a big ass corporation.
It's
that's
coming
using
from a
their
big
name
ass
and likeness to
corporation
make money.
or your mom and pop dealership that's like, hey,
Ooh.
if I give the offensive line for, I don't know, Arizona State University, if they all get Tahoes, and then people are like, man, the linemen at Arizona State drive Tahoes, I want to buy a Tahoe, and they sell more, and the business makes that decision. That's the business's choice.
Are you saying taco or Tahoe?
Tahoe. Maybe
I know.
tacos. Maybe it's free tacos. Chipotle does it. Gives them the Chipotle card. Oh, college athletes eat at Chipotle, so it's healthy. So then I'm going to do it. Or fucking Gatorade. Like it's all the same.
At least they're getting a cut in the thing that these big ass corporations that make billions of dollars every year off their name and likeness, they're getting a cut, right? And then on top of that too, it's not like it's a through line salary that the university is providing to every single athlete. It's kind of like on the athlete, like how well you perform and how well you market yourself, and that is a job.
Yes.
And not to mention college sports demand extraordinary amounts of your time. You're waking up at 5 a.m. to go do your workout before your first class with the team. And then in midday you have a meeting or something like that. And then you go through the rest of your classes. Then
They
you
didn't
got
go to
practice
class
afterward.
anyways. Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't
they're
even
not-
go to class.
How many of those guys are going to class or doing their own homework?
Exactly.
Not
The
many.
superstar athletes probably are getting given a lot of favors academically.
Most of them are, dude.
The starters.
CrossFit's on fire today, eliminating the black market.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that's
true.
like,
and I would love to hear Burns' rebuttal to that. Because I mean, what was
think
that?
of-
Blue
think of
Chips?
this.
Lose it.
Joseph back in the day, the movie Blue Chips.
These
Like,
people,
it's just
running
exposed
back.
how much black market is going on.
The running back for the Saints, Reggie fucking
Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush.
dude.
You think
Well, this might be
that's
your
the black
generation
market
thing. Us Gen X folks have learned to work for everything. I see the same mindset in my 22.
Hey, Gen X is the one who took everything too, and where all these ideas started from. Not wanting to pay college athletes because it ruins the
Holy
game.
This is why college tuitions are $60K plus a
Not
year.
all colleges are 60 plus a year.
Sports are the candy store of life. Eliminate the bloat of sports admin. Oh, burnt, man. Oh, my God. Burn and CrossFit
yeah,
need to
let's
have their own show. Sports
just get rid of
admin, coaches,
college
etc.,
sports.
and make higher education more affordable, 100%. And I read this from, I don't know if you guys just saw this from Matthew. A wrestler here got $5 million for his freshman year. Ooh,
That's awesome. Congratulations.
He was probably a 5-time state champion in high school.
Was it
Elon
Brock
Musk
Lesnar?
shouldn't have been able to make all the money
He's
he
a
made,
superstar
too.
going into college. It makes recruitment extremely competitive, meaning like if a college has a better NIL deal set up, they can leverage that to recruit, and it's gonna force colleges to actually work to pay their athletes. You know, if you want the better athletes, you show them the better NIL deal. Like,
yeah.
Bo Bassett.
Your mom. Say again.
Bo Bassett.
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
him.
fuck. He's
Uh,
nasty. He should have
He
gotten
made
that.
$5 million, dude. That's
$5
crazy.
million NIL deal to commit to the Hawkeyes.
Your mom, no freaking way, dude. A bunch of D1 athletes have zero opportunity after they graduate
Exactly.
because they can't go pro. Your mom defines zero opportunity. I mean, zero opportunity is you're dead. That's zero opportunity. If you have a pulse, you have an opportunity. If you are a former D1 athlete, you have an even greater opportunity when it comes to anything to do with sports, whether it is strength and conditioning coach, head coach, going overseas, playing
D1
elsewhere. You have
athletes.
tons of opportunities.
I don't disagree with that, and that's coming from someone who's had to suffer the black plight. So,
God, dude. I was gonna try to keep a serious face for that one. You bastard. Oh, I love it. Yeah, exactly. Man, there's too many comments to keep up with right now. You guys are killing it. Thanks for being here. So in conclusion, yes, we all agree they're getting paid. No, I'm kidding. We're not. We're not all in agreement, and that is totally fine. But we need to move on to the next one. This one's kind of gay, but that's just what we're gonna do. You guys ready?
it's June.
What do you mean?
It's June. Is social media making people unhappier?
I hate that.
Yeah, we could skip
Just
that
off the
question.
rip of that the way that sentence is formed.
Social
Can
media making-
an over influx of like social media addiction affect your mood and your serotonin levels and your dopamine levels and all that shit because you're addicted to something? But so can alcohol, so can cocaine, so can so many drugs that you're freely, you can use. I don't like this, like, let's pawn it off on social media when it's like you have a responsibility as an individual to fucking police your own shit. And
You're a very agency first kind of a guy,
Yeah.
which 100%.
yeah.
Because you can make the same argument. Is lack of social media making you unhappier? Either way, what agency over your own life are you taking? Or does it, oh my God, I have to have social media to make me happy? Or, or the opposite. So
You
yeah.
can't
100%.
sue Zuckerberg for making you unhappy. You need to put the fucking phone down.
I think inherently social media is like a very worldly thing. Just like any
Define worldly. Like rooted in nothing.
I think
Rooting
Will's
in
saying it's a
nothingness.
tool. It's a tool that can
Yeah.
be used
Yeah.
in benefit to yourself and apply it to worldly things, a day operations, career, whatever it is. But just like a hammer, I can use a hammer to build a house, but if I use it as a weapon, it's going to be a hell of a lot different outcome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I did
Or if you use a hammer to try to make you happy, and making you happy is just
Some people
crushing
like
people's
pain.
skulls in.
I was gonna
That's
say,
not
I
a
mean,
good thing.
yeah. I did a social media fast a couple months ago. I'm due for another one. Just 1 week without it.
Social media fast.
That sounds bizarre to you, huh?
Were you in your rags and mourning while you were doing it? Were you doing it properly? Jeez, dude.
That's good
Yeah,
though.
actually.
That's good though, because that you have the wherewithal and the self-awareness to be like, I need to put this fucking thing down for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
abandoning it. I'm just saying, like, I need to clear my head because it's fogging too much of my clear thoughts. I don't have any issue with that, but I do love
Right.
Will ragging on you for it.
Right. That was hilarious. But like, imagine, Will, your day-to-day life, you don't pick up the phone at all to check any social media. And by any, I mean, I had Instagram and Facebook that I rarely ever went on, but like, I'm not going to pick up. I'm not going to check any of the messages. I'm not going to go check DMs or alerts or whatever. I'm not going to scroll. I'm not going to do anything just for a whole week. Just don't do it. And I'll tell you, man, when I came back to it, I was like, I don't need this. Like, I don't
You
need
have
it
a
at
better
all.
relationship with it.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
Seema,
not-
I get what you're saying, but I think with
It first.
Jeremy, it's a little. Oh, sorry. Seema says, just don't tell anyone. And then it's not gay. Meaning, don't tell anyone that you're taking a break from social media. And then
Yeah,
it's not gay.
yeah.
That's a funny dig, but like at the same time, in Germ's defense, he's just doing it because a lot of us are in the internet world and the podcast world, and he's got people messaging him and DMing him. It's like he's just kind of putting it out there as like, hey, don't be worried about me. I didn't get in a car wreck in the mountains and I'm not found. You know what I mean? Like I'm just going offline.
Jeremy's like, hey guys, I'm taking a social media fast for a week. And I'm gonna come back a better person for it. And I'm gonna be better than you because
It didn't
I
work.
Fuck
I'm
that.
worse,
Fuck
dude.
that.
I'm worse.
If you need a break from some shit, take a break. Take a
No, to
fucking
Seema's
break.
point, I didn't like make a video. I think I was like me smiling
made
and
a
saying
post.
see you in a week or something. Like that is kind of gay. Like I could have just like not done it, you know, and I could have just been like, all right, I'm gonna delete it. And then you get the messages and the hey, is everything okay? And everything okay? And I'm like, look, I'd
That's
rather
a good thing.
Yeah, because then you know
just
who's
making
really
sure,
in your
like, hey, are
corner.
you good? Like, is this
Yeah.
a problem or are you just taking a break? And we're just getting clarity, but I don't have an issue with the post. I love digging into you about it, but it's
Hell yeah.
at the end of the day, like, man, this is the thing. We get shit on and we shit on ourselves so much for like taking charge of our mental health because we got a million other fucking things knocking on our brain 100% of the time. Our kids, our job, our bills. I mean, like, you know, dying relatives, you know, things like that. Someone, our best friend committed suicide, whatever it was. You have that shit all the time, and we expect men to talk about it or be open about it. That like, hey, I need a break from some shit. I need a mental fucking. I need to go for a walk. I need to take a camping trip for a week and just go offline to just reset. And then we shit on them for it. That's what we do. I'm not saying we're all friends. We just shit on each other. That's kind of like the nature of dudes.
Yeah.
And so I love that. But at the same time, just to bring it real, like that's good. What Jeremy did is good. And more of us should be open to sharing that, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But again, you know, Olivia says just drift off. Don't need to tell the world. I'll say the reason I put like a little story of that I was doing it is because I knew that after 2 or 3 days, I'm gonna start getting the "Are you okays?" and I didn't want anyone to like worry, like, cause I'm totally fine. I just wanted to do a little.
That's the whole reason.
Burn says, unhappy is too broad. Is it a great tool for many? I think it's trying to say, yeah. It is a tool to cause harm for many as well. I do think reforms, i.e. banning porn, etc., is greatly needed. The only pushback I'd give you on that, Burn, is you can ban it all you want. People are going to find a way to do it.
It only creates a black market.
It creates a black market, and it's just like
you have VPN.
What we need to try to do is just change people's hearts, you know, and that's only something you can do. I can't change Dylan's heart. He can't change. I mean, we can do some stuff to make each other's hearts happy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kidding. But I can't make anyone else do anything. I can only hope to be, you know, you can only hope that people change their hearts and they like, I don't want to look at that anymore. I don't need that in my life anymore.
We can
but you can't make them do something because they're going to find a way to do it.
We can only hope that college athletes would go to college to get a good degree and not to just make, you know.
Right on cue. Matthew says sounds gay when Will says it.
Next question.
Oh shit. So what was the question? Oh,
hey, before you guys go to the next one, I gotta drop off.
Oh
no, Joe.
Joseph.
You can't leave us like this.
Too.
Oh, that's okay. Call him live on the air.
Hey, whenever you drop off like this, Joe, I need you to just get like a blow up doll with a beard and put your glasses on it and just sit it there in the chair and just stay on.
Just have Megan come sit in your spot.
Yeah, just knock on her door.
She's right next to you, anyways.
No. All right. I'll see you guys next time.
All right, brother.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Love you, dude. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Burn kind of nailed it. It's let's see. There we go. Yep. It's one of those things where it can be used for a lot of good. The times we live in, I don't want to sound all philosophical, but like we live in some times where we're going to take things to the extreme, whether it's good or bad. And boy, have we taken social media to the extremes in the bad way. I always tell the story of Facebook, 2007. I just got out of basic and AIT, met all these people. Now, of course, I got their phone numbers. but there was no real platform to really stay in touch. There was MySpace, but it was like, eh. But then Facebook went
Just
from
talking
being
to Tom
college.
on MySpace.
Say again?
Just talking to Tom on MySpace.
Yeah, it was just us and Tom, you know. But
Talking
Facebook
Tom.
that year went from college only to everybody, right? So I remember, like, as soon as I got back, 2007, download Facebook, add all of my dudes and all the girls that I met at basic training AIT, and it was cool, man. It would be like, you know, you could check in, you could visually see them, and then it would be like, Jeremy is feeling excited. You know, it was just innocent.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was just so basic.
Yeah.
And it went from that to what it is now, and it's just like, dude, we have the tendency as humans to just take everything to the extreme of what it doesn't need. We didn't need to go that far. So where we are now, you go in any comment section, people don't even know each other, just fighting over what? You don't even know this person, bro. Like,
Well, John Wood.
so I think
thinks
social
that
media is
everyone
great,
needs to
but-
eat a gallon of sugar.
say again.
I was just joking. Like I was saying, John Wood thinks everyone needs to eat a gallon of sugar every day to fuel their training.
Oh, is that the fucking nutritionist guy? That's
Yeah.
giving
Dude.
like nutrition advice to CrossFit athletes and saying like you need to.
That's
He
He was
was
more or
sure,
less questioning
athlete.
Glassman and like, you know, are we really telling people not to eat carbs that are training at this level? And
yeah.
it's like we're not saying not to eat carbs. It's the type of carb and the amount of carbs and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
there still has to be a balance. You know what I mean? You can be as fit as you want, and Glassman's talked about it. You can be as fit as you want and still be trending towards the sickness part of the continuum instead of the wellness. You know,
Yeah.
our fitness part of the continuum. So, and that's true, man. That is so true. But anyways,
Jump on Megatron, let's go.
What's your next topic for us?
This one kind of goes part and parcel with what we were just talking about. I think this one will be quick because I think it's going to be very easy answers. And if it's not, I'm going to be
Okay.
very surprised. Would you give up your smartphone
Yes.
for 3 months for $100,000?
Yeah.
Oh,
No smartphone at all
Yeah.
for $100,000
yeah.
for 3 months.
But you
Yeah,
can get like a
easy.
flip phone.
No, I mean,
You have to still be able to call and text people.
No,
Do
you
you?
don't.
do you?
No, you don't.
What do you mean? We just are just not going to work?
Well, you
can
can
work.
still work. And I know people who
Get the
will
razor out.
Meg, Will doesn't know what that means. Landlines. Like, what is that?
You guys
man,
just
he's a
don't.
jump
You
on
guys
it,
just
so-
don't operate at the same op tempo I do.
Yeah. True.
Olivia says we can write letters.
Dude,
Those
I
are the
got
days,
I
right,
got
Olivia?
clients. I got people that need to get a hold of me.
Hey dude, I know
Seema-
people
Seema,
I
that's a
know
great-
people
I
who-
would, except I have to buy a printer for directions.
I know people who go offline frequently and completely no cell phone, anything like that, and they have a laptop and they say, I will be at this place of Wi-Fi at these times during the day, checking my emails, and that's the best way to contact me. And they make it clear to their clientele or whomever they work with is that like, I don't have forms of communication outside of these times, and it's only through email basically. So you can set it up, especially over 3 months. It's like, you can't do it for 3 months. Like, come on.
Regular
Especially for
phone
100.
with no smart features.
So like a flip phone,
Yes.
or
I can call
or,
and I can
yeah.
text. Is that
Well,
that?
I don't know.
allowed?
I don't want to. I want to say no. I want
You
to
said
say yes, but I want to say
smartphone, not phone.
no. That's true. It did say smartphone.
Let's
But,
say
I
call,
mean-
just call, no text.
There would be a lot
All
of
right,
things
fine.
I would give up
Easy.
for $100,000 for 3 months. For $100,000, give it to
Yeah.
me. Yes, you can have my phone. You can have my TV. I'll figure it out, dude. I'll go on a 3-month sabbatical, go to work, come home, take these kids, and go in the woods and just play. You know what I'm saying?
I just
Like,
saw this thing I'm really considering buying. It is just like a simple mount for your phone that you mount at the like where you would like in the kitchen, like where you would have a landline, like the old corded
Yeah.
cord landline, and you basically
Yeah.
put your cell phone there once you get home. and you're like, it stays there. It's not in my pocket. It's not with me around my home, around my kids or anything
That's
like that.
healthy, man.
And then if your phone rings or whatever, then you can go answer it. But outside of text messages and emails, you don't get those.
It's such a healthy thing to do. Ed said, get a brick.
Get a
Ed
brick
said
and what, smash
100K
your
gross.
phone?
100
Get a
brick
brick.
brick phone, son. 100K gross or net. I'm old. I know the difference. Let's say gross.
Yeah.
Omar, welcome to the show. Good to see you here. I don't think this is the first comment I've seen from you. Just no social media. We talked about that a little while back. I did like a little no social media thing. That's too easy. That's way too easy.
But if it's gross, what does that turn into? Like 66K, 70K, something like that?
If you're in California, yeah.
I mean, state and federal, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I think that's so simple. Like 100K for 3 months, no smartphone. So this is how I envision happening. Not only are you 100K richer after 3 months, you then realize, boy, I don't really even need a smartphone. I can get by in life and be happy without this thing. That is a double win, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And Will is
Yeah,
still
it's probably
struggling with it. I can see.
No, I think I calls and text for me. It's just I have so many different things going on,
Mm-hmm.
and like if I'm at the track, for example, and I was like, "Oh, you can only reach me via email," and someone's in a pit box down the way, they need to be able to reach out to me and send a message, and I need to be able to go do it or answer the phone.
Can that be treated like a duty phone? Like the job duty? Like
a duty phone.
You got duty for 24 hours and you have this little flip phone that like someone sets the barracks on fire, you get a call. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's like
send letters, like Olivia said, dude. Just send letters.
Dude, I've done that shit. I went to basic training. I don't need to be giving up no phone for 100,000 unless someone's coming around and actually offering it. Dumb hypothetical. Next question.
It's a hypothetical. Come on, man.
How can a hypothetical be dumb?
I got like 2,500 for doing basic training for no phone for 3 months.
Yeah, that's
comparable. I got a 5-minute, a 10-minute, and a 15-minute phone call. That's
comparable. Burn says, here's the rub. The 100K reward would only be redeemable through your smartphone account. This is like a Twilight Zone episode. Dang, Burn. You went there. Woo!
What's next?
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
I think this will spark some good conversation, my guy. You ready?
Okay.
Do we wait for
just shoot
Vato to get back?
I don't know where he went.
Screw him. Is remote work making people less productive?
I think it is really hard to collaborate with people on a regular basis via technology. Not being in the same room, it's not the same collaborating with people. Like I even feel it like when I talked earlier about programming with Taylor and Bryson. We can do it and we can be on calls and program, but it's just way easier to sit in the room and get shit done that way. I'm not the person to do calls, but I know there's plenty of people that do work 100% remote and they run things very successfully and they have a great work-life balance.
Olivia nailed it.
Definitely depends on it depends on the job.
Olivia says depends on the job. She
and the person.
For me. Yeah. What's up, Jan? Good to see you, man. You just been creeping in the back. Jan says no. Megatron screams, "Oh dear God, that is the fight at work right now." Seema says our agency went up 30% when we went remote. When you say went up 30%, does that mean you guys made 30% more profit? That's how I'm going to interpret that.
Yeah.
But Dill, the question, did you hear the question?
No.
The question is remote work making people less productive? And Will had a great little monologue there. And then Olivia, he kind of just went right into what Olivia said, depends on the job. And I couldn't agree more. For example, this has been hot in the CrossFit space. I think Sousa talks about it a lot, eliminating, or at least largely eliminating, remote work amongst HQ. To me, that's the type of job, workforce place where you need to be together more than on a Zoom call a couple times a week or even every day. Like that's like we collaborate. You would think you collaborate better in person at a place like that than you would virtual. That being said, though, I worked for the government for a long time, specifically around COVID. And, COVID happens. We were the last place ever that thought we would ever work remote just because we're working with the public every single day in such a face-to-face type deal. And boom, all of a sudden we get the call, hey, y'all are going remote. My productivity went through the roof because I was home. Kids are learning at home. Sure, I can go and check on them, but I can also clean. I can do a load of laundry. I could get the dishes started, whatever, and still be available to take disability claim or investigate a fraud case or whatever. I could still do all that from home. I didn't need to be in person. Matter of fact, there's what is it called? It's like they do like life insurance investments and Northwest Mutual. They built a location that here in Franklin, Wisconsin, and then Milwaukee downtown, and they're eliminating the location over here because they don't need it anymore. Everybody went remote. Now they just have one location downtown, so everyone can report there, but still work remote. So I think it depends. It depends. Dill, what do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of variables for sure. So I think it would highly depend on what the remote work is. And is there a good metric on what your productivity looks like? You kind of equated productivity as a general lifestyle thing. Like you were able to get a lot of shit done at work and at your home. But like, I feel like sales from home is probably a decent one, because if you want to make commission, and you're selling something online, like if I could be a sales rep for GE and call companies to be like, hey, store our product in your, and then the more companies that I get to contract with us, that's a metric of productivity, and I could be there at home and do a gang load of sales in a short amount of time and still have my home life. But like, kind of like, I don't know your position, but I just like a government position doesn't seem to have like a ton of metrics for like what your productivity looks like. You're just there occupying a position where like some things hit your desk and some don't. And like, when is that going to happen? And, so I don't know if that's going to like incentivize you to work any harder at it. But if you have a supervisor and you're in an environment all day, then you're kind of like focused on work, because at home, I know particularly for me, if I'm in between jobs or whatever, like, and like say I'm building something in the backyard or whatever, like the expectation is unspoken, but it's like, I still got to be dad, and that sucks. And my productivity goes plummets.
Sure. Especially
because if my daughter comes and wants to help, and then, or she's being bad and I gotta be the disciplinary or whatever, like shit like that flies in your face all the time, where it's constantly pulling you away at home. So like, yeah, just so many variables. It's hard to answer. I would think that I would totally encourage companies to like have that metric and be able to do it if it saves them overhead, which better makes their company more revenue, more profitable. And as a byproduct, maybe pay people more if their productivity goes higher. I don't know. I don't really have a good answer.
No, that was a good answer. Do you agree with what I was saying? Like there are certain positions like NASA, working from home for NASA. I don't know. That's like very visionary stuff. That's very team oriented. Let's get together. Let's talk about stuff. But again, like CrossFit, like, hey, let's get together. We got to be feeding off each other in the same room. Whereas me working for the government, I could do that. I could do that on Mars. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like you give me a phone, a computer, a CRM, we're good to go, dude. I'm a rock through some stuff. I do not need to be sitting next to Roger, who's also doing the same thing as me. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But I think there are places, Tesla and stuff like that, where we can produce some stuff and do some cool shit, but like it's a lot better if we're doing it in person together while we collaborate with each other.
The physical component of all the scientific shit around NASA, like that totally makes sense. You know, you got to be on site and you're collaborating, working with other like brilliant minds that are doing all kinds of fucking crazy high level science and math and shit. And like that's all just on site shit. It's like I can't do construction from home. I gotta go and actually build the fucking thing where it needs to be built, right? You know?
Yeah.
And then
Can't be a nurse
like
or doctor.
someone mentioned earlier, CrossFit HQ, that is a company that was built on a culture. And so I think the employees of HQ need to be immersed in that culture and help feed that thing that really grows that company, you know? And so that can't be done from home.
I totally agree. I want to read some of these comments. Megatron, love how we are all sitting in the same room on Teams call for a meeting while sitting next to each other. Again, you work for the government, so I'm not surprised by that. SEMA, no water cooler talk. Every time I go in, it's a waste of day. I get that. Olivia worked remote for 21 years and was very successful doing it. I mean, that's
how fucking old are you, Olivia? What the fuck?
Yeah, she
look
looks
21.
I know. She was young as hell, dude. Maybe she started when she was born. Maybe she is 20.
Yeah, there you go.
SEMA, productivity at work in water, power, and wildfire. They measured it by completed projects. So 30% increase in completed projects after going remote. That's amazing. That should be studied. Jan, they probably just need to call out a lot of unneeded positions. 100%.
I think. Okay, here's a. Are you pulling up anymore? Sorry.
We can pause. I want to hear what you say.
I got 3 minutes.
I just have a theory on the homework 30% more productivity shit going on. Why is that? Why would that happen? Is it because you're at home, or is it because you're at home? How much work are you doing while you're at home? I think it's intensity, not duration. So I think that like at home, probably 60% of the time you're doing home life shit. And then so for the rest of the 40% of the time, you're like, fuck, I got so much to do. And you fucking hammer it, right? And
it's like CrossFit versus going to Globo Gym.
Yeah,
you're going to go to Globo Gym for 2 hours.
Matters, right? And I've heard this thrown around before. Companies talk about, what if we had, half the time in a workday, we would be more productive, because
100%.
When you see the workload and you're like, I got 4 hours to get this done. Holy fuck. And you're just like, bang, 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 bang. And you get it done. Right.
Yep.
And it's not to, promote procrastination, but it just it does promote that. Right.
It's like human nature, bro. Yeah. That's
promotes
very well said.
Train to standard, not the time.
Yeah, for sure. Burn, remote work makes the majority of people less productive. Majority? I mean, that could be 51%, which is, you know what I mean? It's still 49% of people are very productive. 51 are. Folks who promote the idea are the same as those who personally benefit from it. Lots of bias in the way people think of this.
Okay, hold on. Let's think of that though. Makes majority of people less productive. Let's say it makes 51% of people less productive, but what if the 49% become 10% more productive than the lower half? And then so we've made up for it and got gained as well.
That's kind of where I was. Yeah, 100%. But that's not to. I mean, we all know people that whether you're working remote or in office, they're a lazy schmuck. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it comes down to the person. I think productive people are going to be productive in either
100%.
environment, and maybe they're going to be more so at home because they want to get back to their other stuff. If people at the office, it was, hey, work until when the work's done, you can leave, they'd probably be as productive there. But
damn, I wanted to bring up your guys' comments, but
it just depends.
Y'all are going ham, and I love it. Keep them coming.
Yeah. Hey, I got to bounce.
What? Where are you going? No, I'm kidding. Well, thanks for joining us, brother.
This was fun. Yeah.
Sorry that you got so bothered by the college sports. I mean, like,
no, dude, it's fine. It's all right that you're just a socialist and you don't want young athletes to make
Look
money.
how socialist I am, dude. I'm such a socialist.
Dude, you can paint a pig whatever color you want. It's still a pig.
We're gonna talk after this show, sir.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Have a good
Will.
night.
Peace,
Thanks,
man.
everyone.
I actually only have a couple more. I mean, I have more, but like there was only a couple more that I'm like, like, is professional sports gambling becoming a problem? Like, yeah, no shit is becoming a problem. We all know that. Oh, let's fix this. No, let's not fix it.
Didn't I?
Oh shit! There we go. Sorry, maybe I was delayed because it was still showing the gap. Sorry,
is it me?
No, it was my internet. My internet freaking, I don't know. Who the hell knows? I want to read Yawn. Seriously, thank you. All the comments are fantastic. I just suck at sifting through. Yawn says, whereas China friend lives in China, and he says, if you left the office before 8 p.m., you were shunned and thought to be lazy. I don't think it's just China. I actually work with people in Pakistan a lot. One place in Pakistan got our equipment. They got some of our products, and now everybody wants it. They don't necessarily have the money for it, but like they want it. So I've been talking to a lot of people, and dude, almost all of them I'm talking to at like 9 or 10 p.m. their time because they were working all day long. And they're like, yeah, I could talk way late at night. And I'm like, dude, it's like noon here in America, Central Standard Time. And they're like, yeah, now's a good time. I'm like, dude, it's like 10 o'clock your time. Like, why is now, so I think a lot of places.
I think it's cultural,
Yeah, Asian countries in general, cultural thing. Yeah, 100%. All right, next topic. This is kind of funny. What's the most overrated sport in America? Jan, I know you're not from here. You can chime in. What's the most overrated sport in America? We'd have to define overrated. Like, how like what's the most overrated sport? What are we talking about? Overrated. I can say right now. What are you talking about? They're taking off, dude. Controversies and all. But I would say the most overrated, how I'm going to look at it. This is how I'm going to do it.
Hold on. How fucking dare you, young Clark? But I get it.
I saw that. I didn't. I was like.
That would be like saying fucking if I went to fucking India or wherever the fuck, like cricket's fucking not.
Right.
Like America
the national sport
baseball.
of whatever country.
Yeah.
What's the national sport of Scotland? Probably soccer. It would be like saying like, cricket or golf. Maybe golf. Yeah. Golf sucks. Golf's stupid.
Overrated sport.
But sorry, hey G, what's up, girl? I'm gonna have to agree. This one right here.
Oh, I'm in.
NBA.
I'm in. Yep.
Horrible right now.
That's it.
Now I don't know if you have always not liked NBA, but
the 90s were fucking phenomenal.
There you go. Okay, so you go back 80, mid-late 80s, definitely the 90s, early 2000s. NBA was like, sign me up, dude. The days of Sean Kemp Duncan and everybody's
You can go from
face,
Wilt Chamberlain
Kobe,
all the way up until Kobe, and like it was gold.
It was amazing. Even early LeBron, just amazing. It was awesome. And now I struggle to even watch the Bucks, my home team, when they're in the playoffs. Put into perspective, I played like street hockey when I was a kid.
Meg,
right?
easy, Meg.
Yeah, take it easy, girl.
Easy. Don't bite the hand that feeds us.
Right. Damn it, Meg. I've never played actual ice hockey. I've ice skated, but I'm not coordinated enough to do it. But I played street hockey, right?
Black people ice skate?
You wouldn't believe it, dude. Just certain ones, but I never really was into it. I always appreciated it, the toughness, the ability to skate and be that athletic at the same time. Incredible, right? What I'm getting at is I'm at the point now in my life where I struggle to watch my home team in basketball if they're in the playoffs, whereas I will watch every NHL playoff game because it's incredible to watch. You know what I'm saying? The intensity, like, let's go. There's no stopping every 3 seconds because some dude's laying on the ground injured. It's like, bro, like, I can't do it anymore. Everything's a foul. Everything is, glitz, glamour. Like, sorry, bro, I can't do it. The game, and let's go further. The game has completely changed. We're talking about Wembley, 7 foot, 100 feet tall, shooting threes all the time. All these, what happened to the Shaqs? The post-up game. What happened to all that stuff? Like
there's more outside shooting than driving the lane and
I mean,
running
you
the
had
paint
back in the
and
day,
being
you had like Dirk Nowitzki. He was that 7-footer that shot threes, and that was cool, whatever. But like most dudes, it was like we're gonna clang and bang in the paint. We're gonna play hard, post up game. Now it's just everybody shoot as many threes as you can.
Wemby.
Like, just what's his name?
Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium in Europe.
Wembley. Dude,
Wemby.
gee, you should know by now. I butcher all of the names. Come on now. But yeah, so NBA, absolutely most overrated sport in America at the moment, 100%. That was easy. We agreed on that. What are we talking about? 5 fouls. 5 fouls only. What are you talking about?
I think they're talking about the finals. I don't know. But I will say,
speaking of NBA,
oddly enough, March Madness always seems to deliver.
Oh God, yeah, good. That college level basketball,
like you get the
March
craziest highlights in March Madness. That is like
it's
buzzer
incredible.
beater after buzzer beater after buzzer beater. Like
it's amazing. It's incredible, and then like just the crazy upsets. The number 14 seed upset the 3 seed or something crazy. You know, some college. Matter of fact, this past year I was in Vegas for work. I'm watching Wisconsin in the tournament. In the first game they played, damn, who did they lose to? It's like one of those college names you look at and you're like, what? Like, is that a technical college or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what? They have a sports program and Wisconsin lost to them. And I'm like, God, but like, you got to appreciate it. I want to go back in these comments that are starting to get completely out of control, except Jan. Jan is actually onto something. I think Americans would like watching rugby or even Australian rules football. I love rugby. Rugby is fantastic, dude. Matter of fact, I was Reagan on Iran versus Belgium the other day, and Belgium had a dude in the middle, number 9 or 5, big old black guy that I'm like, he looks like they just took him from their national rugby team and said, hey, come play. He was massive. Or the Iranian players were midgets. I don't know. One or the other. But this dude was huge. He looked like a rugby player. But no, the
only thing I will say is that like the magic that I think rugby is wonderful for the American train wreck that we like to see, like that we want to see a car crash. It's like they're mostly a running game pretty much. And it's just bad motherfuckers, big dudes just like crushing into each other, making nasty plays. But what football does bring are these incredible passes where you have your Odell Beckhams and your Chad Ochocinco's and your, you know what I mean? Like these, I mean, just all the crazy wide receivers that have made the most insane catches. That's a certain magic too. That's like, what the fuck did we just watch? Right.
Yeah. Amen.
Terrell Owens.
So Jan, we'll get more into rugby. You get more into American football, and we'll call it even. I want to. This is well. First of all, Meg. Yes.
What the fuck was that?
Jordan's 19. But this right here, Olivia, are you saying golf is overrated? Because I've never banned a person from our chat, but if that's the direction we're going,
my wife says it's gay because it's 4 dudes playing with sticks and balls.
She ain't wrong. Miss Val is not wrong. Maybe that's why I love it so much. You know, it's not even the history or nothing. It's just that. Yes. Burn with the comment. Maybe NBA would be better if players could play remotely. Oh, burn. I love it. Oh yeah. In response, burn. We tried that in 2020 and it was horrible. Oh, nice. Jan watches American football. I mean, it is, I guess it's worldwide. We play a handful of games in Europe every year. And I think, where is it? Not Portugal, but Brazil, I think, played some games down there. So,
I hate LeBron.
Olivia says rugby men are badasses. And on the flip side of that, who said it? I'm not even caught up yet. Where is it? LeBron is God. He's part of the downfall. He had so much
crazy.
influence that his flopping became the way to play.
It's crazy how, bro, everything he's accomplished is phenomenal, and he's done it better than anyone to have ever done it, meaning the accolades that he's accumulated, right, and accrued through his career, the duration of his career, everything should be tremendously respected to him as an athlete. However, it's crazy that you can have accolades that dominate Jordan and you're still not better than Jordan. And why is that? It's because of all the pussy ass antics.
Yes.
And Jordan was a savage.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, being the superstar and part of being the GOAT is how you make people feel. That's why Mike Tyson is considered the GOAT, like, you know, in a lot of ways, like, is because he made people go, what the fuck? Like, holy shit. Like, it just these crazy fucking moments that you just go savagery on and you still do it. And sometimes you lose, sometimes you fall. He made it, he manufactured his career. And I don't blame him for this. You know what I mean? Because maybe he's like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to make the most money and get the most wins, you know? And so he manufactured his career to supplement that, which is a very smart career move, very smart financial move. Everything he's done, I have no criticism toward, but it's like, I still just can't respect him more than I do Jordan. It's strange. Like,
yeah. I'm thinking the word strange. It is strange with LeBron, who's had more longevity, don't get me wrong, but to have all these records and everything and still not be the GOAT because of everything you just touched on, that's pretty sad, man. That is pretty freaking sad. Olivia, my dad made me play golf as a kid. I was miserable. See, that you have PTSD from your childhood. That's why you don't like golf. Golf is, oh God, sign me up. I'll play every day if I can, dude. I love golf. So yeah, we agree. NBA is the worst. Is the most overrated.
Yeah, KDL, Larry Bird. Come on, son. Larry Bird. Yes. I mean, we're talking Larry Bird, Steve Nash, Doncic, fucking.
You talking what? Foreign players or something? What? Oh, no, white players.
I was just trying to name the white players.
John Paxson, Bill Laimbeer.
I was just doing a bit.
Hold on. Let's take a moment to just Olivia. I just wanted to go to my barn and play with my horses. Oh my God. Your life must have been so hard, Olivia, growing up. Being forced to play golf and then have to go ride horses.
Hey, if your dad's forcing you to play golf and you have horses in a stable, you grew up rich as fuck, dude.
There's a term for that.
I do say, I will say, if I was in that position.
What up, Pato? Welcome.
Damn, we got Ortega in here.
Ortega. Right. Oh, what the fuck is this gay shit, man?
We fucking made it. But if I was in Olivia's dad's position, I would be horses all day. Way more money. Oh, yeah. You know, like, well, not way more, but they're both very, you know, and if she just had opportunity for horses, I'd feed the horse. Like, I'd just, like, let's make you a fucking badass fucking barrel racer or whatever, you know, like.
Hell yeah. So I got two more. I got one more, potentially two more, to wrap up the show today. I think this one's going to be good. I think they've all been good. This one's exceptionally good. Is America the greatest country? No, I'm kidding. We all know that it already is. Is America more divided than it has ever been? Or is it just louder online? Are we more divided as a country, which is what it seems like, or is it just because online it seems that way?
Yeah, I think we're more unified than ever. I truly think the American.
Oh, you were talking about this the other day, weren't you?
Yeah, I think the American populace is truly more unified on many stances than ever. But because the small minorities and percentages that are screaming for the crazy right and the woke left, like they're extraordinarily loud because of the internet. And so our perception and the media, right? Not just social media, but the mainstream media on TV and shit, our perception is that we are so divided. But I really don't think that even if you're on the left, like you're Democratic, you're Democrat or you're a Republican, I don't think that generally through the majority of the American populace disagree that much. I think we're a lot closer left or right. I think we're still fairly leaning centrist for the most part. And then it's the far ends that really make things really fucking skewed.
Jeremy, why do you have a hickey on your chest? Because I do crazy stuff. I like to get
Sorry,
carried away.
I didn't mean to leave that there.
Yeah, next time, please be a little bit more gentle. What was the last thing you said there? It's the people on the ends of each spectrum, each political side, and so yes, the internet online makes it louder. But is it louder just because the online is making it louder, or is it louder because that's how it is right now? You go online and you see, some of these situations are probably fabricated at rallies and stuff. Some of them are paid agitators, stuff like that. But I mean, you'll see Joe Schmo walking through the airport, walking through the whatever, eating at a restaurant with a Make America Great hat on. And people are flipping out, approaching him, threatening him, stuff like that. I'm trying to think of similar situations where the right will do that to left-leaning people. I don't know. I'm sure it happens. But
dude, I wore a Charlie Kirk Freedom shirt through the Denver airport, and I was a celebrity. So strange. I did not expect that. My prejudice was like, I'm about to get fucking thrown out.
You're prepared. Yeah, you're prepared for things to go down.
And people were walking as we were walking to the gate, stopping at a restaurant, whatever, like on the plane. Like people were shaking my hand and just telling me like, nice shirt, like, love the shirt. And like,
So you think maybe what Ortega said, it's louder depending on what you watch. I don't see anything mega on my IG, but TikTok, it's all mega shit.
Well, I think the bigger component is that like we used to just have the evening news, and now we have news and media all day in our pocket, in our right hand, all fucking day. Yeah. So it's gonna seem a lot louder, right?
Yeah. Well, Olivia says, I wear my freedom hat all the time here in California. I get smiles. Do you think that's because people are afraid to say something? They don't want confrontation, so they'd rather smile at you? Or do you think it's legit, genuine smiles?
No, I think that the people who are against it don't have the balls to say anything,
I would wholeheartedly agree with that.
And you know what? I shouldn't even paint it as don't have the balls to say anything. I'll even give them the credit to say it's probably just from a self-policing, maybe even polite standpoint of like, why should I comment on this random guy's shirt? I don't know him. He's just trying to fly on this flight like me. I'm wearing my mask and he's wearing his shirt. Like I'm just going to keep to myself and I'll let him keep to himself. Right. And I think that's even if you're the liberal in the mask, like I don't think most of them are like that, where they're confrontational and so the people who liked it were like really like, yeah, let's fucking, I had a fucking I had a black dude sitting in fucking business. This is how racist I am. I had a black dude fucking sitting in business class, as I walked on the airplane, and he stopped me and he shook my hand and told me that he loved my shirt and that just like this about Jesus and just like was like just a quick little brief an homage to Charlie Kirk. And I was shocked by it because I will admit, as I walked on the airplane, I was like, I'm about to walk past this big ass black dude. He's probably 50 years old, 60 maybe. Black don't crack, so it's hard to tell. But he was an older, wiser looking gentleman. But he was a big dude. Like he looked like God damn, why is his name slipping my fucking wide receiver?
Me? You look like me?
Mustache, wide receiver for the Bills, maybe. He's retired now. Commentator. He was in The Longest Yard. Fuck.
The Longest Yard, the Adam Sandler one?
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Irvin?
Michael
Yeah,
Irvin.
Michael
Like,
Irvin.
he looked
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Michael Irvin, dude. And so I was
Nice.
like, holy fuck.
Nice.
Like, and I was like, I gotta walk past this dude. And I thought I just had this prejudice that he was gonna have a fucking issue with it. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah, no, you
You
didn't
know,
have prejudice.
and-
You had discernment. You had discernment.
Well, I think it was a prejudgment that because of the color of his skin,
Sure.
that he would
Fair.
have an issue with it, because I know that I am using discernment, but it's still a prejudgment.
Sure,
right?
sure. Yeah, G says online is way different than what you see. Sorry, I just want to get to some of these awesome comments from our awesome listeners. Than what you see on when you walk out the door. And to that, I told this story 100 times too. Bought a house years ago, great neighborhood. Move in, the guy next to me, husband, wife, older guy lived there, and he was bald, tatted, beard. Man, just from the looks, I'm like, woo, kind of like you were saying with the black fella. You're like, oh, he's probably gonna have a problem. Like, I'm thinking this guy's going to hate me. We go on to have the greatest relationship ever.
That's awesome.
Still to this day, and I don't even live there anymore. And that's because I didn't. Oh man, online it says like, or online would lead me to believe that this guy is going to hate me because I'm a black guy or a half black, whatever. But I went and talked to him, and he was cool, and we hung out. We drank beers in each other's garage. We cut each other's grass. We washed each other's house when the other was on vacation. He played with the kids or mingled with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it was because I didn't let what was happening online just be like, yeah, this is what it is. Ortega brings up something cool. The World Cup videos from visitors have been incredible, man. If you want to, if you've been like down on America or thinking like we are falling apart, because I can totally see why you would think that or why anyone would think that. Go and watch some of these World Cup videos from these people from other countries. They're like, this is not anything like what they tell us or what you see on the news. Like it's so much different.
Ortega, I know you don't know me, buddy, but I'm half Mexican, if that buys me any credit for you.
He's like, I kind of like you. I like it.
I don't know why.
There's something about you. Yeah. Meg says I get weird looks when I wear American flag shorts and Confederate flag boots. Should I be worried? No. I mean, to me, it's more about what's in your heart, man. Why are you wearing that? And I'm not asking.
Is that a joke? I think she's being facetious.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let's assume she's not.
She's trying to say I get weird looks by wearing a Confederate flag boots. Like she's going like, why do I get weird looks? I don't understand. You know what I mean? I think that's a joke. Yeah.
All right, let's go with that then. I had a woman tell me that she thinks 80% of Trump voters are racist. That was so sad to me. Now, why do you think she thinks that?
Because here's the thing. Well, yeah. Why do you think? And I presented this in the chat because G said that the other week when she asked, and I kind of presented the idea of like the leftists get so like estranged from the idea of the establishment of America because of where it came from, and they cloud their view and completely dissociate from being able to recognize that we did come from a terrible place, and
did every country in the past.
Really reformed it faster than anything in the world, right? But they hate the origins so much, and they want to play hero or whatever it is, whatever the motivation is, that I really think that those same people, if you left Trump out of it, if you would have said, do you think people who have an American flag on their house are racist? I think those same women who answered that would say, yeah. But I don't think all Democrats think that at all. I just think that
They don't think of it, they use it.
Being associated with how responsively volatile he has been to a volatile criticism of him, and an irresponsible handling of his diplomacy has further really amplified
that thought is debatable. You said the irresponsibility of his, and I'm not disagreeing per se. I got my beefs with
when
old
you're the
Trump
leader of
here
the
and
free
some of the
world,
things
you
he's
have
done.
a responsibility for diplomacy.
But it's debatable. Some people were like, "Hey, he's showing strength and he's putting people in their place and he's showing America strong." Whereas some people are like, "Yeah, you can do all that without being a douche nozzle, without being a crazy, But no, I totally agree with that.
My point was, I think that those women who answer that, the people who think that like if you voted for Trump, you're racist. I think they a lot of times will think if you like the American flag and American standards, then you're racist too. You know,
correct. Because they think he's Ortega says because they think he's racist. So obviously, if you vote for him, you must be racist. But you're not wrong. But Dill just kind of broke it down that you take Trump out of it and you take Trump completely out of it. If you have an American flag on your house, those same people are likely going to be like, "Oh, people that live there are racist,"
because they're associating it with Trump still, and he's right. And I know he's partly kind of being facetious there of going like, yeah,
correct.
You must be a racist because you voted for Trump and he's a racist, right? But it's like,
thanks for joining us, your mom. See you later.
Your mom, thank you. But what do you say? What do you say to all the Mexicans, to all the black guys, to all the Filipinos, all the Puerto Ricans, all the Cubans that voted for Trump? Cubans love Trump.
Yep. G says that's the internet social media part of it. I think you're 100% right, and that's kind of like what was the original question was. Bear with me. What's the most overrated sport? No, I'm kidding. We did it. Is America more divided, or is it just louder online? That's the online part of it, because I think each of us, and you guys have done a great job in the chat, and Bill has talked about it. I talked about it. If you go outside, will you run into someone who is racist, who voted for Trump or something? Yeah, you probably will at some point. But will you also, and this kind of bleeds into a lot of the Chandler Smith and his wife Jessie Smith thing. If you can find that, you can find
all they choose to consume.
Exactly. You can find a freaking one-legged circus show freak somewhere, and no diss to one-legged circus show freaks, but like, I'm just trying to think of a bizarre thing. You could find it. You can absolutely find it. But what you do when you do that is you literally voluntarily, whether you know it or not, consciously or otherwise, you choose to not see the beauty and great people and people who don't think exactly like you, but they understand and they're fine with it. It's all good. We love each other. You just think differently about fill in the blank, right? Politics, elements of politics. But if you search for that, you're going to find it. You're going to find all that negative stuff, but you are literally, conscious or otherwise, not looking at the beauty of America and this crazy melting pot that's like nowhere else really on earth. And that's what online seems to blind people from. We get very tribalistic. We see certain things that becomes our reality. We're not actually out in reality, living, interacting, accepting the bad things that, like you were saying, about our country's past, or even certain things that are going on right now. We are just so like, man, the internet says this and online says this. It must be this way. And I'm not even going to try to experiment and go talk to that neighbor that has a flag up or whatever, or that coworker that has a Trump sticker at their desk, if they're brave enough to do so. So yeah, online really just magnifies what I've learned about online, Instagram, TikTok, is it magnifies in like no other thing has ever done the bad parts of our society. It magnifies it on go to literally any comment section. It could be the cutest, funniest, whatever post, and you're going to have, you don't even have to make it down to the hidden comments. hidden by Instagram. You know, it before you even get there, you're gonna see just shit talk, and you're this, and you're dumb, and fuck, you're so, and then people are fighting each other because someone said, and you're like, damn, dude, like this is fake. This internet stuff, the Instagram, it's not fake, like it's not doesn't exist, but it's not, there's not the full picture. We're not putting everything on. Most people are not putting everything on. Get out of that. Go talk to somebody. Go talk to that person at work that you think is weird or whatever. And like, let's get back to that kind of America. You know, what are these lovely people saying? OG Olivia, I'm very conservative and love my country and my family, and my family all has TDS and hates America. It's a big challenge. Man, we've talked in the past about giving power away, and I don't know what you had to get so caught up in the media hype of Trump to hate him this much. Like, you and I think see very similar on a lot of things politically, and specifically with Trump, where we can very much vehemently disagree, whether it is foreign policy or tweets he makes, whatever. We can be critical of him, but not, oh, he's an idiot, he's so stupid, impeach him, get rid of him, he's racist, he's this, he's that, you know? And that TDS stuff has really taken over people's, you know, ability to just be like, dude, he might do some stuff and say some stuff that I don't agree with, result in maybe gas going up a little bit, but I don't need to let him rule all of my thinking. You know, it's really crazy. And to see that, especially in your family, that's got to be really tough. In my family, at least the ones I choose to associate with regularly, only one comes to mind, and they kind of, you present them with some facts and they usually will kind of hush up a little bit. But it's pretty wild that people are so like, man, this guy sucks so much that I'm just going to let him dictate if I'm going to be in a good or bad mood today. It's crazy. Meg says, I just love America, so all the hate goes in one ear and out the other. Amen. Amen. Yeah, OG, the yelling and blaming part is the worst. Yeah, 100%. I mean, to let one person have that much power over your every day is pretty astounding. It's pretty astounding, especially someone that's not your husband or wife or kid or something like that. They're the president, but still, dude, like, come on, you know. Meg, if the U.S. and Iran play in the World Cup, winner gets this straight. Hey, I'm cool with that. Based on how Iran played the other day and how USA has been playing, like, I'm totally fine with that. So this is what I'm going to do. There's one more topic that we could talk about, or if the chat wants to play, think of a topic, and Dylan and I will wrap up the show with whichever topic we think is the best topic, unless Mr. Dillhull has a topic. While they're doing that, what do you think of Dustin Poirier getting Father's Day, getting arrested?
Look, man, I think that he's had an outstanding career, an outstanding public figure throughout his entire career, and never gotten into any trouble. And, you know, he shouldn't be, you know, burned at the stake for this. I did see the body cam footage of when the police approached him, and it was tough to watch. And in a heartbreaking way, just because I felt for how he's probably dealing with that and his family, you know, and everything, of like seeing him hammered. So for context, he got drunk in an airport on Father's Day, probably because he's got a lot of shit going on. He's not with his family, you know, and that, you know, so that doesn't excuse his behavior, especially toward the police officer that approached him. Like he was pissed off that I don't think he was belligerent and violent until he got kicked off the plane. I think he was probably just belligerently drunk, goofy, or whatever with his friends, and then he got removed from the plane, and that's standard. I don't blame the airline. I don't blame anybody who did their part on kind of what the standard protocol is for that. You're too drunk, you can't get on an airplane. So and so he got removed, and then he was pretty much blaming the airline staff for lying on him. Basically, his words, they were lying on me. They were saying that this and that. And he's like, and and the cops came to remove him from the airport, and I don't think he would have even been arrested, frankly. But he did instigate a fight with an officer, and thank God for that officer, because that officer practiced so much patience and restraint. And I personally, I can fight. I'd have been shaking in my fucking boots if I were that cop, dude, because he immediately went, "Wait, are you Dustin Poirier?" and then Dustin was like, "Yeah, man, they're lying on my name, blah, 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 blah," and got in his face and tried to fight him and dropped his bag and was like ready to fight this cop. And the cop was backing up the whole time, saying, "Stay back, calm down, buddy. It's okay. Like, calm down." He practiced restraint like crazy. And I will say this, good on that cop.
I agree.
That
could have went crazy sideways.
He probably should have tased him.
Yeah,
and I'll say that.
Let me read the story here. So, June 21st, 2026, Poirier was arrested at the Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. He was charged with a misdemeanor count of public drunkenness after being removed from a flight. So, to Dylan's point, he was too drunk to be on a flight. Newly surfaced police body cam footage shows an agitated Poirier yelling profanities at Delta airline workers and briefly challenging responding officers to a fight before being handcuffed peacefully. I mean, he's a UFC legend. That's where his brain goes. He was released on bond a few hours later. Statement to fans he took to Instagram and said, "Love you all, working on myself." And then the path to sobriety. He, prior to this incident, Poirier had been candid about his post-retirement struggles, admitting the transition has been highly challenging. Late last year, he revealed to the fans he was actively on the road to sobriety and soul searching. And here's the big thing that people really have to remember: to cope with the void left by his fighting career. When you are a fighter on that level, it's hard to just turn that off, right? It's hard to be like, "Yeah, I'm done, and I'm only going to make good decisions, and I'm going to be a model citizen," and blah, 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 blah. It's hard to turn that off, and then you add alcohol to it and possibly some sort of ongoing issue with it, whether he's a full-blown alcoholic or not. It's tough, man. That's a tough position to be in. Now you're not – it's like leaving the military sometimes, man, after, 20 years of military service. Now you're back in the general public, if you will, and it's hard, man. You're seeing people not as squared away. You're seeing a lot less structure. You're not on missions. You're not with your boys, and it's hard to acclimate to that. I'm not making an excuse for acting a fool and being drunk in public. No, but I get it. And I do think that he's the type of dude that he'll get it together. He'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, give him some time. To the path to recovery isn't some linear thing. Hey, I got to get better. And then 3 months later, hey, I'm better. No, it's like, dude, it probably will take longer than 3 months. And it's going to be back, forth, up and down, all over the place. It's going to get ugly before it ever gets better. That's a hard truth people don't want to realize, which keeps people in their struggles a lot. And I'm talking about myself too, is that to get better, it's often going to get worse before it gets better. To become sober, to be sober, you have to give up alcohol. That's the thing that's been getting you through every day. Now you got to give it up. You think it's going to get easier? No, it's going to get harder before it ever gets better. But I believe the fighter, not just with his literal fighting, but his spirit, someone like Dustin Poirier, the fighting spirit he has, I think he'll figure it out. I hope the UFC doesn't take him, because he's been doing a lot of the commentary, like, the guys up in the booth. I hope they don't take him off that. Like, let him keep going. Let him keep doing it.
They won't. It'll take some time. I'm sure Dustin Poirier himself will volunteer some time of like space. He'll be like, "Hey, I need to take some time to be with my family and to apologize for this to his family." Publicly he's already done so a little bit, but like, he also, when he was arrested, ultimately he did give the cop who didn't tase him, who was rightfully in his fucking right to, the UFC fighter, former champion, lightweight of the world, number 1 rank, number 2 rank, whatever he was, still, I mean, and he's trying to fight you, like, you tase him. That's just it. And in fact, it could have ended a whole lot more tragic.
Oh my God. Oh, that could have been
but he was well within his right to tase him, and he didn't. Practice restraint, and then gave Dustin a lot of space, and to be like, don't charge me, don't come at me, like, and then another officer came, helped calm the situation, and then when they put him in cuffs, he knuckle bumped the officer who first approached him and said, thanks, like thanks for handling it like that, and even he was shit-faced, dude. He was shit-faced. He was slurring everything. He was dropping M-bombs. And by the way, Germ, I can't give this pass, but I'm sure you would. I think he probably earned it.
He's earned it. He's very much earned it.
I mean, who's going to tell him otherwise?
Right. I ain't saying nothing. No, yeah, say it, bro. Say it, bro. Yeah. Even a hammered Dustin Poirier, I mean, he'd have to be falling over for me to be like, I'm gonna pick a fight with you.
He went straight hood back to the streets of Louisiana.
He's Southern Louisiana dude,
and
man.
He squared up to the cop.
Hood.
He didn't square up like a professional fighter. He went, what's up, bro? He's like, come on.
I'm sure Dustin's got a side to him or a part of his life that maybe we'll find on some documentary someday. But the Southern Louisiana, man, there's some hood down there, man. Just ask Corey Leonard. Burn. Maybe we can wrap up with this. Why isn't anyone talking about Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, or egg prices anymore? Do we ever stop to realize how managed our public consciousness is? And this last line is pretty crazy. End of the world events are important for a week. That ain't the truth. All of those things 30, 40 years ago would be considered end of the world events and would get coverage. And now it's like, on to the next thing. What's next? What else is happening? Oh, man. I don't know. I think things move so gosh darn fast these days. I talk to a lot of dads. Matter of fact, I was talking to one at work, and he's got a 7-month baby, around your newest one's age. And he's like, how do I make it not go so fast? And I said, one thing I try to do is just maximize the time you have. Like, we're going to get off this podcast. I'm going to feed these crazy hyenas. And then we're going to go walk, playground, something. We're going to maximize the hell. And then maybe we'll come back. And since they're on summer vacation, we'll watch a movie or something, Maximize everything so that when they're 14 and they want nothing to do with you, you can at least say, hey, I did everything I could to maximize the time and the blow doesn't hurt as much. Things go so fast. I don't know. I don't know why we don't pay more attention to. I was actually surprised when I looked online today to see Ukraine and Russia still kind of going on and at the severity of what it is. Ukraine is moving into Russia now and doing drone attacks and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? That's still a thing. I don't know. Like, that's a legit war. People are dying and we're like, I don't know, Burn. I don't know. But let's end on one last question. And you're old enough.
Just to wrap up Dustin Poirier, the dude's my favorite fighter of all time. I think he's a phenomenal, upstanding human being, a great leader for his family. This is an incident that we have all been in some shape or form when we got boozed to the gills. And let's just understand, like, he's in the public limelight. And because of his status, it is more impactful. Like, you have a responsibility with the fandom that you have, that you're
want it or not,
making an ass of yourself for millions of people, and it sucks, and your kids are going to have to deal with that, and that's probably going to be the hardest thing he's going to have to get through. Let's just let him suffer in his own self-loathing for this, and let him get through it, and don't add to the hatred. Encourage a better outcome and a better path moving forward. Because that's what we all need for this. We don't need to just compound and beat this dude down. Thank God nothing happened, and God bless him to his future walk with, managing that a lot better.
Amen. Well said, homie. That was well. Last one. Promise. And thanks, guys, for hanging this long.
Yeah, no
What
shit.
is one thing that society was better at 20 years ago? Now, you've been going, hey, you go first. But I want to say one thing that comes to my brain right away. Love him or hate the guy. But the eye patch wearing, of course, I forget his name as soon as I wanted to name the book, the congressman who will no longer be congressman down in Dan Crenshaw wrote a book called Fortitude back in around pandemic time. And boy, the book is whether you love him or hate him, dude, whether you think he's a rhino, I don't care. That book, I could not recommend more. I've read it like 3 times now because it's so good. Anyways, he talks about one thing in there that I believe we have absolutely screwed up. See, there it is. I was waiting for it. KDL says globalist McCain, Dan Crenshaw. Crenshaw. Yeah, I was waiting for it. Again, love him or hate him, this book is crazy good. Oh my God.
Well, that was back when he had a sound mind, when he was fighting for the values that he earned, that he worked his ass off, risked his life for, developed himself as a human being before he was corrupt, bought, and paid for.
100%. I'm telling you, it is so worth reading Fortitude. And one thing he talks about that the book is about surviving outrage culture, basically, right? He talks about how, and this is the first thing that comes to my head when I think what's one thing society did better 20 years ago, is how we don't give each other, or many don't give each other the benefit of the doubt now. As soon as you see someone that you disagree with or whatever, we don't give them the benefit of the doubt that they, unless they're doing something egregious, that they're acting in not egregiously, that they're being a good person, that they're or they're having a bad day or whatever. We don't give people the benefit of the doubt. We jump to whatever they offended you with or whatever you disagree with them about. And then now you're already, I need to attack this person and we need to have it out. I think 20 years ago, which is crazy to think that's 2006, we did a better job at giving people the benefit of the doubt. Not getting so offended, so triggered, so whatever, and just being like, hey, man, maybe that guy's having a bad day, maybe whatever. It's all good. Let's just move on, move forward. No, now we go out of our way to attack that person, get at them. We don't even, you know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that comes to my head. What do you think 20 years ago we did better?
The first thing that comes to my head 20 years ago that we were better at was basketball.
Touche.
But to your point, yes, that is true. We fucking lynch people. We burn them at the stake at any public incidents. What we're contending with is that so much of the world and their behavior is online, readily available. As soon as it happens, it is fucking for the world to see. And so what happens in our day-to-day lives, Jeremy, and everyone in the chat and most regular Americans, is that we contend with that shit a lot, where we fuck up left and right and we make an ass of ourselves left and right. And it doesn't necessarily make the internet. It doesn't necessarily get caught on camera.
Yeah,
and so
you talk about this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have a propensity to project our own insecurities of the shit that we've done wrong onto others and hold their feet to the fire because, we're kind of contending with that ourselves. And I think if the bigger question is, we didn't necessarily, it's not that we were better at giving people grace. It's that maybe we just had better accountability for our own agency over our own lives. And so as a byproduct of having more agency over your life and accountability, therefore you give more grace to people because you go, I know, I've been through it. I've done it,
Yeah.
And so maybe that's what we were better at 20 years ago, was accountability and agency.
Dude, that was well said. That was well said, homie. Normally I would try to add to it, but I like how that tastes. I don't need to add anything to it. KDL said back in my day. KDL also says, and if it does get caught in camera, someone will send it to 5 other people and so on. Yep. 100%. 100%.
Exponentially.
I'm going to ignore the Crenshaw hate. Hold on. Burn. Less racism 20 years ago. It was on the run. Now it's validated and used as a tool. I mean, that's so true, man. It came up my feed. It was Morgan Freeman talking to whatever reporter, talking about Black History Month. Morgan Freeman's like, I don't want Black History Month. He said, what month do you get? And the reporter, like, are you frozen? Is he frozen for everybody? Is Dylan frozen for everybody? Or is it just me? You still there? Hey, there we go. There you go.
Sorry, my phone died.
You froze like this for a minute, like your arms are up.
My phone died, so it kicked off my hotspot and then turned on my Wi-Fi on the computer.
Well, good thing we're almost done. But no, so he asked the reporter. He said, "What month do you get?" And the reporter's like, actually, I'm Jewish, and he's like, okay, so tell me, do you get a Jewish month? He's like, is your culture relegated to 1 month? And he said, no. And he's like, would you want it to be? No. So no, I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How do we deal with racism, though?
And that's what he said. He said, how do we do it? He said, stop talking about it.
You stop calling me a black man, and I'll stop calling you a white man.
You're a white man. Exactly. To Burns' point, 20 years ago, it was definitely on the run. It was dying. And it has been
now it's being
small little embers. Yep, exactly. The small little embers have been waved for control, for leverage, to make people feel guilty, to get people back on Black people. No, you're getting way too far off the plantation. We need you back here. And it sucks, man, because I remember 20 years ago, just like the color of your skin didn't. I mean, like I want to say, if we're so racist collectively, you mean to tell me there's a Black, I believe he's former Marine as well, or once a Marine, always a Marine, maybe Army, I don't know. Down in Texas, Black guy. If I pulled up his picture, you know exactly who I'm talking about. I forget his name, but he is a Republican congressman who has repeatedly won in a 70 to 80% white district. I mean, in Texas. I mean, come on. Is there racism? Yes, people that want to, yes, it exists. But to Burns' point, 20 years ago, that shit was like going away. It was dying. It was going away. And now here we are. Like everything is led with the color of my skin. I think it was at G. Last week we were talking about Stephen A., the Officer Tatum, and another Black fella. Stephen A. and the other Black fella, I'm Black first. And the Officer Tatum's like, what? Like, Black first? I mean, how does that even work? How are you Black first in America? Like, leading with the color of your skin when the very same person that you glorify, Martin Luther King, said it's not about the color of your skin, but rather the content of your character. Martin Luther King wasn't like, I'm Black first. No, he was like,
how did Tatum respond?
That I can't.
He
I don't.
said, I'm a son of God first.
Sure. Yeah. There's that. Yeah.
And then
I thought you were asking me because I'm like, I'm gonna ruin it.
He said, I'm a son of God first, and then he said, I'm an American, and then I'm Black.
And then I'm Black.
So
and it
just so
for
happened
there to be
Black.
any other way. Even if you're not spiritual or religious, and you're an American first. Like if you don't want to be God's child first, you're an American first, and then whatever after that. It doesn't work if it's not that way. Yep. It doesn't work. This whole thing does not work.
So 20 years ago, we had stronger values that were based in core beliefs of the Christian belief of God created man and created man equally, no matter what the fuck you look like,
Again, whether you want to be spiritual or not, or you're atheist, it doesn't matter. This whole thing, this whole experiment is kind of grounded or heavily derived from those Judeo-Christian values.
And those Judeo-Christian values allowed a country to open and flourish in and create confines and boundaries and rules around. You cannot tell anyone based on the color of their skin, religion, race, or creed that they cannot be an American, that they cannot,
Correct.
But
they don't have
Judeo-Christian values made America what it is. And so it should be cherished and preserved so that our Muslim brothers and sisters, our Jewish brothers and sisters, our Hindu brothers and sisters, Buddhists, can all come to America, become citizens the right way, and we can all be in a melting pot, because that's exactly what this country was founded on, was a bunch of motherfuckers from a bunch of different places. We all came together and created this nation, but it was because of those Judeo-Christian values that God gave us, those core beliefs, those values that we structure our whole life in, that we used to strongly, and now so much more weakened, it seems, but it needs to be preserved, because that's what created this big melting pot, that where we can all, well, ironically, coexist, like the bumper sticker. Right?
You got one of those on your car?
Yeah.
Dude, that was well said. God, American Black. Amen. Like that's just what it is, man. And that has to be the framework. And you might be at different parts in different parts of that framework. Dylan's over here, I'm over here, fucking G's here, fucking whatever. But we're in that framework. That's how it works. And that's the best. That's how a society thrives. And that's why America is what it is. Burn, we'll wrap up with this. In 150 years, what do you think our ancestors will think of us? My bet is that they'll look at transgenderism, abortioners, the same way we think about slavers and cannibals. Damn, that's a lot to unpack, Burn.
I sure hope so. And I sure hope it's a lot less than 150 years.
Yeah, I hope it's 5, Yeah. But if we don't course correct, we might never see that, where transgenderism and abortioners are kind of like, I don't want to say villainized, but you know what I'm saying? Like, looked at as like, hey, that's probably the wrong thing to do. You're born, whatever you're born with, you are. And hey, you could do it, but like killing babies it's killing babies. You know what I'm saying? If we don't course correct, we might never get to that, where we kind of like, hold on, but I have faith that we will. I have faith that we will, but that's a hell of a. What I am seeing is that people, that don't agree with transgenders or whatever, they're compared to slave owners and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. What are you laughing at, Doug? I'm not caught up. Hold on, let me catch up. G says New York already said we aren't mom and dad. We are birthing parents. Birthing parents. Wow. D, if Germ is going to come on the show shirtless, try not to mark him up so much. Shut up, Colleen. Don't make me do it, Colleen. Don't make me do it. I love you, Colleen. Hi. Glad you're here. Man, what a show.
It's a good show.
2.5 hours. Holy shit.
Yeah, great job with the quick hits of the topics and not going into the big main story stuff. Like, we could have talked about that obviously, but I thought these were a lot more fun the way you went about it.
Yeah, I think we should do something like this maybe a little more often. It's just as fun. It's like quick hitters and stuff to make you think and get cool perspectives, because like you said,
I'm a quick hitter.
We could talk about that.
I got 2 kids.
What'd you say?
I said I'm a quick hitter.
Yeah. I always know when D reads my comments, starts to smile, laugh and smile. Yeah. I saw you laughing and smiling. I'm like, either G or Colleen said something.
I'm trying to contain myself to not interrupt you, because it always comes up when you're on a good like tangent and like saying some good stuff. And
Colleen likes to say. If you makes us and you didn't need the women to save you. Yeah, we didn't. I guess we did it. We did it by ourselves. Joseph had to take off. He's being a good dad, talking to his kids and all that responsible crap. Yeah, so he was here. We love Joseph too. I love that guy. Such a good dude. Lightning round. No, we are going to take off. Hey, what I didn't do at the beginning that I should have done, Vindicate. I'm pointing at it right here. It's probably over here because I think everything is opposite. But Vindicate, get your gear. Support Travis. This guy quit his job years ago, and has put everything into the basket, all his eggs in the Vindicate basket. Support this guy, and not just because it's nice to support. He's a good dude. He's a great dude, and he makes some good shit. Like his clothes, the joggers, the Jesus shirt, Sevi stuff, and he supports everybody. He is a good dude. Vindicate.com, number 8, if you're listening and not watching, VNDK8.com. Go support him. Paper Street Coffee, it is the best. It pains me to say this, and I hope my buddy Danny Lear, who owns Caffeine and Kilos, doesn't hear this, but it is the best coffee in the game. Get your Paper Street Coffee. Always running cool promos and discounts, opening up shops here and there in the cross space. Gabe is awesome. I love that guy. And then Primal Mobility, use GTP27 to get something bumped off the top, percentage bumped off the top, probably 27%. Is it? I don't know. That seems like excessive. But anyways, they will fix you up. They will give you the tools to fix yourself up, get yourself moving. You'd be awesome like Colleen and go from crazy back pain, all this, hey, I can't move, I'm afraid to move because I'm in my habit, to like kicking ass and taking names in the gym. So get on that. Go support the sponsors. If you are a sponsor that doesn't sponsor, or you're a place that doesn't sponsor us yet, you should DM somebody that you see here or in the chat, and let's make it happen. But if you hung out for 2.5 hours or even just part of it, we appreciate the hell out of you guys.
Go to Vindicate. They got free shipping for the next week.
Is that what it is? Yes, I knew
the rest of the week, free shipping.
Which is huge. That is huge. That's huge. Anyways, I'll stop. But as for the Glitton fam, do we have any? I know right now we did the Freedom UFC. So right now there's a couple smaller cards. Probably won't preview those. But the girls, do they? I'm trying to think. I'm waiting for them to say, someone to say we have something coming up, but I didn't see anything today when we made this show. But they had Scott Panchik on. Colleen had someone on earlier today talking about girl stuff. So go get your girl V-Talk fix on. Some really, really cool interviews that have happened on this channel in the last couple of weeks. And it's only going to get cooler. The gang's going to be in San Diego or San Jose, for the games. So hang out, like and subscribe. Keep coming back. It's only going to get better and cooler. And maybe next time Dylan will have his shirt off too. You got anything?
No, nothing. Go back and watch the prior episodes, Scott Panchik, all the things. I mean, like go back through all the live shows and give those a view, give them a comment, give them a like, support the girls. They've cultivated an incredible following and such an amazing channel, and they're wonderful and incredibly generous, along with the sponsors. I can't say enough about Gabe with Paper Street Coffee and Travis with Vindicate. Those two, to me personally, I just feel an affinity for, because as a young fighter coming up, when they were a young company, they sponsored me. They made shirts for me. They did so much for me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I owe them the world, and just for the sheer generosity and notion of reaching out and just offering a sponsorship when, I'm nothing, and they were younger companies that, I don't know when or how you have the means to even fork up money to give to anybody who's, especially in someone in my positions that might not even really generate sales. They just did it out of the kindness of their hearts. And so, like, frankly, I really love those dudes, and I love to see them succeed. And I'm so appreciative of everything they've given, not only to the channels, the Sevon podcast and the Glittons. And I'm a proponent of the American dream, and those two are living it. Much like you and me, Germ, but like they really dropped everything to build their company, and they've built it up over the last, I don't know how many years now, but they're going for it, and they're doing it. And that should be an inspiration to all of you who are listening and tuning in. And for that, I say, for the American dream, go support them, go buy something, and just, try to give back, because they've given so much, and they also provide incredible products. So that's my spiel. I'll shut up, but I love those dudes.
You're a good dude, Dilho. And so are you lovely people in the chat. We will see you possibly Friday. Yes, gratitude. Lead your life with gratitude. Everything else will fall into play. All right, love you guys. Peace.
Peace.